I've known some. Until I first met you, I was lonesome. And when you came inside, dear, my heart grew light and this whole world seemed new to me. You're really swell, I have to admit you deserve expressions that really fit you. And so I've racked my brain hoping to explain all the things that you did to me. Amir Shane, please let me explain. Amir Shane means you're grand. Amir Shane, again I'll explain. It means you're the fairest in the land. It means you're the fairest. It means you're the fairest. It means you're the fairest in the land. It means you're the Shane means you're grand. Amir Shane, again I'll explain. It means you're the fairest in the land.
Greetings from the Andrews sisters. I'm Patty.
I'm Maxine.
And I'm Laverne.
Say Bella, Bella, even Sevender bar. Each language only helps me tell you how grand you are. I've tried to explain. Amir Shane, so kiss me, kiss me, kiss me. I say that you will understand.
Good evening, everybody, and my goodness gracious me, thank you for that level. Was it a level 5 hype train in the end? Oh my goodness, Ash and Connor and Ardenfett and everyone else who has subbed and given bits over the last few minutes, thank you all so very much. That is hugely kind of you. I think 10 gift sub bombs there from Ash, a 5 sub bomb from Connor plus 1500 bits. Panda's just resubscribed as well. Ardenfet's has resubscribed. Oh, got Egg has resubscribed there. Clive resubscribed. Guys, you are all amazing. Thank you so much. Before the show has even started, I hope you enjoyed the warm-up though. I wrote those questions after dinner, and I was trying to have a bit of fun with it this week. But level 5 hype stuff is craziness. Thank you so much for the generosity, and welcome to the evening, to Game Night. What are we? Game Night Originals. It's Saturday. Yeah, sorry I had to go to the Be Right Back screen. It occurred to me I hadn't actually made the changes to the question pack that I said I was going to. But I'm hoping that the changes have updated that I have made. I'm just going to check this, otherwise we're going to have to close it and reopen it. I'm sure that won't have to happen. We'll find out. No, it looks like they've swapped over, and the JSON was working. Liquid Courage with a donation there of £7.50. £7.52. Thank you very, very much indeed for the generosity there, Liquid Courage. Welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here. If I forget, remind me later on, because we're going to be raiding Liquid Courage after the stream. He's streaming in about an hour's time. We're going to be going over to raid him later on. So if you want even more quizzing action, Liquid Courage is going to be doing a thing. And some more gift subs here from Apollo Nuevo, gifting 2 subs to the community here, to M. Clemson and TJ Nayland. Thank you very much for the generosity. We haven't even started, but do come and join the lobby. We're playing The Escape Artist and Red Herrings tonight. It'd be lovely to have you here. Do come and join the game. Type the code into the lobby if you would like to play. And it is going to be a great night for people being generous. Maybe Thanksgiving thing. Happy Thanksgiving to all my American friends out there. I hope you had a great couple of days. Thanksgiving and Black Friday the last couple of days, obviously into the weekend now. I don't quite know how it works in America. So you have Thanksgiving on a Thursday, and then Black Friday is sort of recovery day, and then it's the weekend. So you just have like a big 4-day weekend, or do you just have a day off and then go back to work on Friday and then have a weekend? Or I don't know. I don't know how it works. With Christmas, everything just seems to go on to shut down for about 2 weeks over in this side of the pond. But anyway, either way, I hope you had a wonderful time and a very, very happy Thanksgiving to you all. Supposedly have a 4-day weekend. It varies. Apodo Nuevo worked yesterday. The last time I work every Christmas really, because I play the organ at church, which is like a thing. So Christmas Day doesn't start for me until like noon on Christmas Day after we've got out of the pub. But hey ho. Wednesday and Friday off plus Thanksgiving. Well, that's not bad, Procyon. Wednesday, Friday, it's a bit of a 3-day weekend with Thanksgiving in the middle. I know it's a strange year for doing stuff and meeting up. I know the Christmas rules are all a bit up in the air at the moment. It's sort of like, have lockdown now so that you can have family time at Christmas. And then we'll have another lockdown in the new year because we've all enjoyed these lockdowns so much. So it's all a bit, I don't know what's going on. I think we're staying at home for Christmas this year anyway, to be honest. Tis what it is. Anyway, good evening to you all and welcome to Game Night Classics. We are going to be playing The Escape Artist and then double Red Herrings later on. Escape Artist questions courtesy of our friend Carr the 7th. I'm not sure I've seen Carr around. No, he was the first in the chat. First to speak to the chat. So there he is. Hello, Carr. So Carr and I had a little bit of back and forth. I asked him to just make a couple of tweaks to it and then before proofing it again, and actually the question pack is looking pretty good. I think it's maybe I think it's more difficult than mine, but I don't think it's crazy difficult. So I think you'll have a lot of fun with it. Of course, if you've not played The Escape Artist before, I would explain all the rules as we go, so don't worry about that. But very grateful to Carl the 7th. Thank you very much for all the time and effort you've put into getting this question pack to me, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. Later on, we are going to be playing Red Herrings, and we've got question packs from Ash the Bash and Cycle Space. I know Ash is here. I'm not sure if Cycle Space is. I'll say hello to everyone in a minute, and I'll find out. But Ash the Bash and Cycle Space have written packs for Red Herrings, so we're going to have 2 games of Red Herrings later on. Both this and Red Herrings now have some form of time machine in them. Hooray! So, in the event that the internet dies, I guarantee the internet's going to be absolutely fine tonight. That's just how this thing works, isn't it? But if the internet does die tonight, then this will all be fine, because all it needs to do, it takes about a minute, and it will repopulate all the data. It saves the data after every question, and it will just go poof, load it back in, give me 2 minutes to have the internet come back to life, a minute to repopulate the game, and then it will repopulate all the data. This one has had a lot of stress testing today. If the unlikely and the hopefully it doesn't happen, but in the event that it does, just stick around for a few minutes if my internet just goes blip for a minute. It's normally between 8:45 and 9 o'clock, so if that happens, hang fire and I will be able to repopulate. All the data will be saved and you will be brought back in. So that was this morning and some of this afternoon. I then did a slightly janky job with Red Herrings. Red Herrings also has now a sort of time machine, and because the rounds are so fast, because it's only like 180 seconds per round maximum with the gaps in between, up to a maximum of like 4 minutes, I decided that the Red Herrings time machine just goes back to the start of the round, and I'll use my discretion as to whether we lose a round or we replay the first couple of questions if it happens mid-round. But yeah, all these sort of fail-safes that are now in, because say last week I had a bit of a meltdown on stream, and I'm sorry about that incredibly unprofessional meltdown that I had last week when Bidding War all went tits up. But thank you very much for the follow there. DJ87, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good weekend. But yeah, bidding war all went a bit pear-shaped, so I thought I'm not going to have this happen again. It's not directly my fault because the internet conking out is out of my hands, but it is sort of my fault that it took 20 minutes to get back to where we were, and even then it wasn't right, and it wasn't a great. I didn't exactly cover myself in glory when I went back and watched bits of it last week. So I vow not to let that happen again. So time machine in the escape artist now. So if something goes wrong, that will be able to recover itself. Let me say hello to everyone. We have got Carver 7th, the Lupine 1, Procyonics, Score Count, Cola Cola, Innis, Ardenfetz, Itzotli, Connor, Cetra, the Naked Grammar, Vitrudel, Liquid Courage, Paulister, Keshi Head, Storm Vision, Zensuit, Cliver Legend, DC Simmons, We Like Shapes, Jay Turner, Samster, Brian, Drahuska, Abme, 8 Minky, Egg Fried Cheese, Ashton Bash, Effrontery, Listwitz, G. Eisens, Prugs, Dogfish, Apodo Nuevo, Elias the Panda, David Bodycomb, Gruffer Carlo, Joey Gateman, Serial Quizzer, DJ, TJ, Anasep, A. Toma, Edam Cheese, Silent Marine, Hodders91, anyone else who is lurking and lingering in the chat, welcome to you all. It is lovely to have you here. One of the things on the to-do list is make sure this is zoomed out because we've got frontery at the moment instead of e-frontery when it's on that close-up zoom. Your birthday, Mithers. Many happy returns to you. Lovely to have you here. Are you in the game? If you're not, you must come and join. Do come and join us if you can. Remember, this game is done exclusively in Whispers, whispering to Persephone's Twitch bot. But if you would like to have your avatar say something, it's exclamation mark in the public chat followed by your message. So, for example, if you do something like that into the public chat, your avatar will speak if everything is working. There we go. There's Hodders, I think, saying something just as the pan comes in. And we missed that. Welcome to the game. Coolio1223, lovely to have you here. Two more, and then we go to the wide view. Knickers, indeed. What's up, Doots? All sorts of things. So, well, you get the hang of that. Everything else, all your regular answers are whispered to Persephone's Twitch bot, not put into public chat. So make sure you do whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot. Otherwise your answer won't be processed. 38 players in the game so far. I'm going to lock it up in a minute. I'm just going to explain the rules very quickly. There are 3 rounds to the escape artist. It is an elimination game. Once you are eliminated, you are out of the game, and you'll have to sit tight until we go to Red Herrings in an hour or so. You've been purged. Wrong game, Itzotli. And congratulations on your appearance this week. It was Itzotli who appeared on the chase on telly this week. So we're famous friends. Itzotli having some screen time this week. It was very entertaining to watch, and I have to confess, the first time I've watched an episode of The Chase from start to finish. So that was very entertaining, and no spoilers, no spoilers. But congratulations on the appearance. I'm not going to say anything about the result. So no spoilers about who was being chased either. Welcome, Kegler Coach. Welcome to the game. But lovely to have you here, Itzotli. Now, rules of the game. So there's 3 rounds, 10 questions in each round. Each of the rounds are slightly different, but the general gist is, thank you very much for the subscription there, Kegler Coach. 4 months now, 4 months. Thank you very much for the continued support. Lovely to have you here. So general rule is you've got 3 lives. If those 3 lives go, you are out of the game. You've got to escape from each round. In the first round, you've got to answer 5 questions to escape. Answer any 5 correctly and you escape from the round. Once you've answered 5, you can't answer any more. Different questions are worth different values, so it's a sort of bit of a gamble. Abstain and there's no penalty. Get it wrong and you lose a life, lose 3 lives, or if it becomes impossible for you to escape, then you are eliminated from play. Round 2 is a bit different. We'll go on from there, but it's not multiple choice. It is regular straight answers to Persephone's Twitch bot into the whisper bot. Don't type it in public chat because it won't be processed and your message will be deleted, and if it becomes impossible for you to escape, you will be out. I will explain the rules in more detail as we go there. I will give you another 30 seconds if you'd like to push it to the widescreen mode. We need one more player to do that, and it will go to widescreen mode. At the moment, it is quite neat at the moment, isn't it? It's quite neat. Maybe I should just lock the lobby now. Wide! Push it to the limit. It does look like it's a full lobby here with sort of 38, 30, 39 because it's 13 on a row for reasons. Score wants his corner seat. Score, are you in the game? I'm assuming Score is busy with stuff. Just to mess it up, Panda. Haven't you seen? Didn't you proofread this question pack, Panda? Well, I'll give you a countdown from 10 and you can surprise me if you like, Panda. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you for the 5-month subscription there, Toad Boy. And put that in the comment. I don't know if that's going to process it. OZXN 1.5, latency 1, Latency 2. Latency 3. Latency 4. That's enough. I'm going to lock you in. Good luck to our 39 competitors. As soon as this pan finishes, I'm locking you in. And we're going to play the Escape Artist questions from our friend Carl the 7th. Good luck to the 39 competitors. Let's lock you in. Go on without me. We are, Toad Boy. We are. Toad escaped already. Pan of what? What we're cooking? Pan of camera. Pano camera. Round 1 is initiate. Initiate is this first round here. In order to escape from the round, you must answer 5 questions. If you look up in the top left-hand corner, you will see the question values for each question. The question value is directly correlated to the difficulty of the question. So a 10-point question is going to be a particularly tricky question. A 1-point question should be fairly easy. You can answer any of the 5, but once you've answered 5, you will escape and you won't be able to answer any more. If at any point it becomes mathematically impossible for you to escape, i.e. if you haven't answered any and we're up to question 7, there aren't enough questions left for you to answer, you will be eliminated from the game. You get those points if you get the question right, and for every life that you have left intact at the end of the round, we will give you a bonus point. So lots of things to think about here, but the nuts and bolts of it are answer the question correctly and you escape the round. Think about which questions you might want to answer. Remember, the ones with the higher value are obviously more difficult, so think carefully, because if it becomes impossible for you to escape, you will be eliminated from the game. If you get 3 of them wrong, you will be eliminated from the game. No penalty for abstaining in this game, certainly not at this point in time. So, good luck to you all, and may the best escapee become the escape artist. Questions, once again, courtesy of our friend Carl the 7th. Good luck. Round 1 is initiate. Keep your eyes on the chat, because as ever, chat is king. When the question is live in the chat, the question is live. Whispering your answers to Persephone's Twitch bot. Good luck. Here comes question number 1. Which British mathematician and logician, born 1872, won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1950 in recognition of his various writings in which he champions humanitarian ideals and free thinking? This is a 10-point question to start us off. Very, very tricky opening question. Unsurprisingly, only 3 players going for it: Procyon, Kohler and Innes. Let's have a look what they said and what the correct answer was. Yes, Bertrand Russell. Very good. Well done to you 3. All 3 of you getting it correct. That is 1 pip on the way to victory and a maximum 10 points. Procyon, I know, has got a good history with this game because he tends to... Have you brought in a mouse? Have you brought in a mouse? Is it dead? Is it dead? No, it's not dead. Stop batting it. It's not a football, Aussie. I'm going to take Aussie out because he's brought in a mouse. I thought I heard noise. Go on. Have it. Get it. Did you get it? Get out. Out of this house with that mouse. Don't you dropped it now? He's gone. Right. After that momentary interlude, Ozzy brought in a mouse just to show us how fast mice can run. It was nearly dead. I think it might actually have been dead by the time we got to it. But anyway, that's what cats do. He's now thrown out and the window's closed. Right. Bertrand Russell, what's the correct answer? Kohler, Procyon and Innes all getting points there. Let's light you back up. So, 5 to escape. Next question is worth a single point, so it should be one of the easier ones. I'm expecting a lot of people to go for this, but not necessarily. You might want to save yourself for more points later on. Good luck. Here's question number 2. In the nursery rhyme Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, the aforementioned star is described as like what gemstone? Some people sitting this one out, maybe thinking it's a bit too easy, want to abstain and get a few more points if they can, which means they're going to have to answer some harder questions later on. Let's have a look what the answer was and what everyone who answered it said. How many people attempted it? 24. The correct answer was a diamond. It's like a diamond in the sky, like diamonds in the sky. No, I'm connecting Rihanna and Lady Gaga up. Just going to open up my list because I've realised I haven't got them open yet for my statistics. Looks like everybody getting the correct answer there. Everybody who attempted that getting a single point. Nicely done. Let's light you back up. No dramas so far. Everyone who has attempted a question so far has gotten everything right. Let's go on to question number 3. This is a 9-pointer, a tricky question here. Good luck. Here it comes. What blue robotic cat is an anime character whose show has run for over 2,000 episodes and also a special ambassador to the Tokyo 2020 Olympics? Ten of you attempting this 9-pointer here. 10 people attempting it. Let's have a look what the answer was and what you said. It's Doraemon. Doraemon. Yes, indeed. Now, this is one of the questions that I swapped over from later on in the game, thinking it was a bit, maybe slightly too niche for the end game. It was appearing nearer the end. But of 10 people who answered that, 9 of them got it right. Just Connor getting it wrong, going for Astro Boy. Not the right answer, I'm afraid. Connor, you're going to lose a life. But everyone else, very well played. You've got yourself 9 points and you're one step closer to escaping. Let's light you back up. On we go then. Question number 4. A little bit of a slump here. Question number 4 and 5 are worth 3 and 4 respectively. Everybody's still doing okay so far. A couple of people yet to answer, so do need to think about getting some answers in soon. Connor has lost a life. Fingers on buzzers. Here is question number 4. Which word, meaning even though or in spite of, is an anagram of I-table? Players attempting this 3-point question. A little bit quick for anagrams maybe, but 12 people having a go at this. Let's have a look at the answer and what you said. It's albeit. Yes, very well done everybody who attempted that question, getting the correct answer. A couple of people just too late. Well done if you attempted that. You've got yourself 3 points. Nothing else to report. Let's light you back up. Nobody quite yet getting close to escaping. Lupine's got 3 of 5 and so is inching closer to escaping. Everyone else, a little bit more work to do, but plenty of questions to go. Question number 5. This is worth 4 points. Take a look at this. Japanese horseradish is the alternative name of which plant and condiment? A lot of action on that question. 30 out of 39 players attempting it. Everyone's still alive for now. Of those 30 players, let's find out who got it right and what the correct answer was. It was wasabi. Wasabi, a great sea of green, meaning everybody who attempted that getting that one right. Very well played. No drama there. Let's light you back up. So at this point, we have got a few bits of information to report. One away, a couple of people, Joey Gatorman and Lupine 1, are just one question away from escaping, which is a good position to be in with 3 lives. But remember, once you have escaped this round, you cannot answer any further questions and your score is fixed. A couple of other people, though, require a lot of work to do. Drahuska, Cetra, Zensuit, you now require all 5 of the remaining questions. If you fail to answer another question, it will be impossible for you to escape and you will be eliminated. Still only 1 life in the whole gamut being lost. This going to Connor, who's down to 2 lives, but he has got 2 questions correct with 5 questions to go. On we go to question number 6. This is worth 7 points. Have a look at this. Dove Lake and Great Lake can both be found in which Australian state? Oh, a lot of answers coming in quite near the end of the clock there. Some people may end up being disappointed. 24 out of 39 attempted this. Quite a few people attempting this question on Australian geography here. Let's have a look at the answer and what you said. It's Tasmania was the answer. Well, now we've got some red for the first time in the game. We've got a Queensland, a Brisbane, Victoria, Queensland, New South Wales, South Australia, Western Australia, Queensland, Victoria. I can't quite see what effrontery has said there. Effrontery said Victoria according to my logs. Queensland, New South Wales, no idea, and New South Wales. Etc. loves this game. Oh, sorry, mate. It is going to be an upsetting time, but lots of incorrect answers there. Lots of lives going to be lost. Seeing a little bit of red, indeed. But well done to Samster, Itzotli, Dogfish, Egg, Procyon, Serial Quizzer, Edam Cheese, Hodders, and Coolio, who all got the correct answers there. One step close to freedom and getting themselves 7 points in the process. However, at this point, where's my duty for elimination list? There it is. Drahuska, Cetra, Zensu, you all needed to get that question correct in order to escape, and all of you have failed to do so, which means, unfortunately for you, after question 6, it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. Drahuska, Cetra, and Zensuit leave us, and hopefully we'll be back for Red Herrings a bit later on. At this point, a few more people just want away. Still no one escaped yet. Lupine, Dogfish, and Joey Gateman now just 1 question away. A few people now requiring all effrontery, vitrudel, we like shapes, naked grammar. You need to get all 4 of the remaining questions in order to escape. Connor, you are now down to your last life, so tread carefully. You need to get 3 of the next 4, and you need to keep that life intact. Remember, an extra bonus point for every life you have left at the end of the round. Question number 7, it's worth 5 points. Take a look at this. Which English batsman has the highest aggregate score in a test match, scoring 456 runs across both innings against India in 1990? English cricket question from maybe a generation or so back, but I know we have got a wide gamut of ages here in the quiz, so maybe this will prove useful for a handful of people who had a go. 11 people out of the remaining 36 who've had a go. Let's have a look at the answer and see what you said. Graham Gooch was the answer. Paulus has said Powell, DC Simmons said Flintoff, Griff Carlo, Botham, Prug saying Gatting, effrontery Rowland, Hodders, Ian Botham, Kegler coach Smith. No, Graham Gooch, or Gooch, was the answer we were after there. So well done to Itzotli, Cola, Serial Quizzer, Edam Cheese, all getting the correct answer, one step closer to freedom and getting themselves 5 points along the way. However, unfortunately, we like shapes, a naked grammar, vitrudel and effrontery. It is now impossible for you to escape this round. So with regret, unfortunately, it's lights out. So, still nobody escaping from this round, but we have got a lot of interesting lights here. There are 5 players in light blue: Dogfish, Lupine, Cola, Serial Quizzer and Joey Gateman, just 1 question away from escaping. Any of the next 3 will see you good. Lots of people requiring all of them though. Lots of orange players there. I shan't go through you all, but if you're flashing now and you're in orange, you must get all 3 of the remaining questions, the 68 and the 2-pointer, in order to escape. Still Connor, just Connor on his last life here, but that does mean Connor also orange, so not only have you got to answer, you've got to answer correctly. So pretty tricky going here. Let's have a look at question number 8. It's worth 6 points. Have a look at this. What 2-word vehicle is Bigfoot 5, holder of the Guinness World Record as the largest of its kind? Okay, 19 out of 32 having a go at this one. Let's have a look and see what the answer was and what you said. It's a monster truck. Monster truck was the answer. Lots of monster trucks going in there. Semi-truck, not good enough, I'm afraid. 8 Minky. Spaceship would be a good answer, Prugs. LOL, big car, and Land Rover, all incorrect answers, I'm afraid. We've got a lot of people on the due for elimination list, I'm afraid. Connor, DC Simmons, Grafficarlo, Listwitz, ABME, Prugs, and Jay Turner. It's impossible for all of you to escape. Very well done to everyone who got the correct answer there. Getting yourself another 6 points and 1 step closer to escaping. But for Connor, DC Simmons, Grafficarlo, Listwitz, ABME, Prugs, and Jay Turner, I'm afraid it's the end of the road. It's lights out. So, we have got our first escapee. Cola escapes with 26 points, going dark blue. Cola, you won't be able to answer these last 2 questions, but you are safe and going into the next round. At this point, everyone else will be one of 2 colours. You'll either be light blue and flashing now, meaning you need 1 of the next 2 questions in order to progress, or you're orange and flashing now, in which case you need both of the next 2 questions in order to progress. One of them is worth 8 points, one of them is worth 2 points. A bit of strategy needs to be employed here, but you've got some lives left over. Those of you who only need 1, you could maybe take a punt at the 8th question and then maybe go in safely on the 2-pointer. Entirely up to you, but of course the closer it gets to the end, the more pressure is there. And 1 point for every life you've got left. Only Cola escaping so far. 24 of you left in live play. Good luck. Here's question number 9. Take a look at this. The current king of Spain, Philippe VI, belongs to which royal European dynasty? Some answers coming in. Not many. Oh, a few more now. 9 out of 24 having a go at this one. A few more messages being received, but out of time. Unfortunately, I'm getting DJ, Itzotli, Paulus, the Serial Quizzer, Edam Cheese and Hodders. Answers coming in, but late, including a couple of correct answers, I have to say. The correct answer was bourbon. So anyway, want to hear my recipe for discordant chicken? Habsburg, meow. Isabella, good night everyone. Habsburg, Windsor, and Roses from Kegler Coach. It's like everyone who attempted that getting that one wrong, apart from Samster, who did find the right answer, Bourbon Anjou, to give it its full correct title. Very well done to you, Samster. You have attained escape, but unfortunately, Clive Lupine, two-time champion Lupine as well, the only person to have won this game twice, I believe. Lupine, 8 Minky, Brian, Arnfit, Innis, Anisep, and Kegler Coach. I'm afraid for you guys, it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. $39 has become just 12. 2 of them have escaped, 10 of them are still going. And everyone who is orange now, you know who you are. Only Kolu and Samster frozen out of this. Everybody else, you've got to get this question correct. It's only a 2-pointer, so hopefully should be relatively easy game, but we will find out. Question number 10 to secure your escape. Good luck. Here it is. A bishop and which other piece has a value of 3 points? Does look like all remaining players have attempted an answer. Let's have a look what the answer was and what they said. It's the knight. Oh, Ash going for the rook. No, the rook is worth 5. Queen is worth 9. Pawn is worth 1. Rook is worth 5. Knights and bishops worth 3. Bad luck, Ash tripping up at the last hurdle there. And I'm afraid everyone else has managed to escape, so congratulations to you. But Ash, yeah, they have point values. I don't know how official they are, but I always learn them with having point values. The king is worth max ints. Very much Procyon. Well done to everyone else submitting a correct answer there of knight, but Ash, unfortunately for you, it is the end of the road and it's lights out. So what started with 39 has come down to just 11 after the first round. Very well done to you, 11. You will go through to round 2 and one step closer to becoming the escape artist. That is the end of round 1. Let's go to round 2 now. Round 2 is sustain. Your lives have been restored, and you will notice a target up in the top left hand corner of 47. Round 2 works similarly to round 1. You must achieve a certain target in order to escape, except this time instead of answering 5 questions, you need to get a total score of 47. This is calculated by the highest scoring player plus 15. That is Procyon on 32. Egg fried cheese and Samson just 1 point behind on 31. That means even the highest scoring player has to get at least 3, because the questions are now worth a flat rate of 5 all the way through. There's no variance and the difficulty should be relatively uniform. Your lives have been restored, but once again, if you run out of lives, you are eliminated from the game. If it becomes mathematically impossible for you to escape, you are eliminated from the game. So players on lower scores, Lupine, Joey Gateman, Hodders, you're going to have quite a bit of work to do. You're going to need to answer more questions than most. For every life you've got left at the end of this round, you'll get a bonus 2 points. So those lives having a little bit more weight at this point, 2 points versus 5 if you give a correct answer. One difference is once you have escaped in this round, you are not frozen out. You may continue to answer questions once you have escaped the round, but remember, you can still be eliminated if you run out of lives. So once you've escaped, you might want to sit back and chill, or you might want to take a little bit more of a risk. Entirely up to you. The target is 47. Round 2 is sustain. Questions worth a flat rate of 5. Good luck to you, 11. Here comes question number 1. The Borrowers is a children's fantasy novel written by which English author? Six out of 11, just over half attempting this question. Let's have a look, see what you said and what the answer was. It's Norton, Mary Norton. Procyon, typo, clearly a typo. I think I'm going to condone that. That's just a speed typo, going for speed. Procyon, I'm going to let you have this on this occasion. Yes, that's clearly a typo. I can see what you were going for there. I'm going to let that slide. Terry Pratchett, not the right answer, I'm afraid there, Dogfish. He was the Discworld guy. Very nice. Mary Norton, not much to report there. Dogfish is going to lose a life. Let's go on to the next question. Procyon's got a new keyboard, still getting used to it. No, that's fair enough. Say little typos like that. If it's in round 3, and I know I've been inconsistent with this in the past, round 3 can be a bit tricky. to manage with that, but we'll get there when we get there. Right, on we go. Question number 2. Target is still 47. Target doesn't move. Procyon still with advantage on 37, just a point ahead of Egg Fried Cheese. Fingers on buzzers. Here's question number 2. I'm in Love with My Car is the original B-side to which Queen single? Six again, just over half attempting this one. Let's see what the answer was and what you said. Well done, everyone attempting this. Getting it right, it was Bohemian Rhapsody. Very well played. Getting yourself another 5 points and one step close to freedom. Slightly back up. Procyon is now just a single question away from escaping, though of course they may continue to answer questions after escape has been made. No one else got anything much to worry about. Dogfish still got a couple of lives, everyone else still got 3. Lucky guess from Serial Quizzer. Hey, they all count. Good luck, fingers on buzzers. Here's question number 3. Salem is the capital of which US state? Everybody, all 11 attempting this question. Let's have a look what the answer was and what you said. It's Oregon. Oregon. Not everyone getting this one right. A couple of people go for Massachusetts. I'm just going to VAR this because I don't know my US state capitals offhand. Massachusetts capital is Boston. Boston, Massachusetts, not Salem. Lupine, Cola, Keshi, Hodders, and Coolio. You are going to lose a life. Everyone else, you've got yourself 5 points. Very well played. Let's light you back up. Procyon becomes the first player to escape round 2. Nicely done on a score of 47, though has still got 6 or 7 questions with which to make some points. Lupine, Cola, Hodders, Coolio, Dogfish, Keshi, you've all lost a life. Everyone else is still on 3. Serial Quizzer, you are now just 1 away, so any of the next 7 questions will see you good and escaping, hitting that target of 47. Good luck. Fingers on buzzers. Here's question 4. Asimo is a humanoid robot created in 2000 by which car manufacturer? Everyone but Cola attempting this one. 10 out of 11. Let's have a look at the answer and what you said. Honda is the right answer. Everyone who attempted it getting it right. Very well played. Another 5 points to you all. And 1 step closer to escape. Let's light you back up. In fact, for Serial Quizzer, that does mean they have made their escape, joining Procyon on the escape side. Remember, you are still at risk if you choose to extinguish all your lives. A couple of people now just 1 away from escaping. Egg Fried Cheese and Samster both on 46. There's 1 point, but it still needs an entire question to get there. Everyone's still got at least 2 lives, so fingers on buzzers. Here comes question number 5. Forged in Steel is the motto of which 2020-21 Premier League football club? I'm going to wager Ash the Bash is regretting he's not in this round at this point because I have a feeling he probably does know the answer to this one. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, Sheffield United. Well done if you got that one right. Maybe a slightly screams in blades. Quite right. Keshi, Samster, Lupine, Cola, and Hodders all getting that one right. Serial Quizzer, Procyon, and 2 others who have gone dark. I can't see. Sitting that one out. Let's light you back up. Egg Fried Cheese and Dogfish sitting that question out. 3 players have now escaped. Samster, Procyon, and Serial Quizzer. Very well done. Egg Fried Cheese is still 1 away, and we are at the halfway mark. No one is in danger of going out imminently. Everyone's still got 2 lives. No one needing all of the questions. On we go then to question number 6. Trichotillomania is a mental disorder which causes a person to have the urge to pull at their what? Everybody getting an answer in. 10 players, not everyone giving an answer. Who didn't give an answer? Samster didn't give an answer to that one, but he has already escaped, so no drama on that one. Correct answer was the hare, yes. Serial Quiz is going for hares. I'm going to condone that because that's clearly and demonstrably the correct answer. Serial Quizzer, have 5 points, extra 5 points for you there. Very nice. Let's light you back up. No drama there, everyone getting that one right. 4 players have now escaped: Egg Fried Cheese, Procyon, Samster and Serial Quizzer. Quite a few people just one away: Keshi, Dogfish, Cola, Joey Gatorman and Hodges one away. Lupine and Coolio, still a little bit more work for you guys to do. You're both 2 questions away, but you've both still got 2 lives, and there are still 4 questions left in the pack. Good luck to you all. Here comes question number 7. The Golden Record, a collection of images and sounds found on Earth, are located on 2 robotic space probes sharing what name? First question, I believe, in this round. We've had fewer than half of the people attempting it. 5 out of 11 players attempting this question. Let's have a look at the answer. And what you said, it's Voyager. It's not Pioneer. Good guess there, Cola, but not the right answer. Voyager was the answer we were after there. A few more players joining the ranks of escape players there. Hodders and Keshi Head now joining Egg Fried Cheese, Procyon, Samster and Serial Quizzer in escaping. Let's light you back up. Checking no one was due for elimination there. No one is due for elimination, and still we're not quite in imminent danger yet. We've got 3 players who are 1 question away. Any one of the next 3 will see you good: Cola, Dogfish and Joey Gatorman. No one yet requiring all of them, but Cola is now down to his last life, so he only needs 1 question, but he cannot afford a wrong answer. Abstentions are fine though, so Cola, up to you how you want to play this. Coolio and Lupine still needing 2 questions in order to escape. Fingers on buzzers, good luck. Here's question 8. Gratin Dauphinois is a dish that derives its name from a region in which country? Everybody but Dogfish attempting this question. Let's see what you said and what the answer was. It's France, yes, the Dauphine, I think, region of France. Dauphinois, my mum always called them Dauphinos. Potatoes are that we know. Gratin Dauphinois, I believe it's a potato dish. About cycling for this one, then the criterion du Dauphine. Yes, indeed, Lupine. Everybody who attempted that getting that one right, and we have a few more escapees. Well done to Lupine and Coolio who are getting it right. Let's light you back up. 8 of 11 have now escaped. Keshi, Samster, Egg, Procyon, Cola, Joey, Serial Quizzer and Hodders have all escaped. Dogfish, Lupine and Coolio, you are all 1 away, and there are 2 questions remaining, so in a strong position. Cola is the only player down on that last life at the moment, but of course has escaped, so up to him if he wants to play, if he's feeling confident. We haven't seen it yet. I don't think where a player escapes round 2 and then goes out, but it can happen, Cola, if you do expend that last life. Good luck to everyone. Here is question number 9. A UK law passed in 1928 but never enforced says which day should be fixed to the first Sunday after the second Saturday in April. Just 3 people attempting this question. A slightly wordy question, maybe, but actually one I think it will be fairly obvious when I reveal that the answer is in fact Easter. Easter Sunday, yes, Easter Day, Easter Sunday. Well done to Egg, Procyon and Joey Gatorman who found the right answer there. Yes, Easter, it was enforced apparently in 1928. Enacted in 1928, but it is never enforced. Pulls out his hair. Yep, simple as that, Easter. A wordy question, but one with a relatively straightforward answer. Well done, more points being given out. Let's light you back up. So Dogfish, Lupine and Coolio, you've gone from that cool shade of blue to this rather alarming shade of orange. You do need to get this last question. This is the last question of the round. Cola, you are still on that last life, but obviously under no obligation to answer because you have already escaped. Good luck to you all. Here is question number 10. The Danger Mouse character Colonel K is what kind of South American rodent? All eyes on Dogfish, Lupine and Coolio here. They've got to get an answer in. Lupine's in, Dogfish is in, Coolio's in. So all 3 players who were at risk have attempted this question. Have they got the correct answer? Let's have a look what the answer was and what they said. He's a chinchilla. A chinchilla. Lupine going for capybara. Coolio going for capybara. Dogfish going for echidna. Which means at the last hurdle, I'm afraid you 3 have tripped and have failed to escape. Egg Fried Cheese, just managing to get themselves an extra 5 points there on that questions. Thanks a lot, Easter Sunday. Poor old Lupine, I'm so sorry, mate. Stick around for red herrings. We've got red herrings later on. We'll cleanse the palate with some fun herrings. Well done to everyone who has escaped. 8 players have escaped in total from round 2 from what started as 11, but unfortunately Dogfish, Lupine and Coolio, I'm afraid for you guys, it is the end of the road and it's lights out. All those points going away into the ether. Commiserations to you. It does mean that 8 players go through to the final, achieving that total of 47 or more. Very, very well done to you. For every life that you've got left, we will give you a bonus 2 points now. And let's go to round number 3. Round 3 is called Survive. Your points are now how much time you have left in the game. Advantage firmly with Procyon at the moment with 78, though Egg Fried Cheese not very far behind with 72. How this round works for those of you who haven't played before, or maybe those who want a refresher since we haven't played since Halloween, the question will be displayed. Until somebody answers correctly, nothing happens. As soon as somebody answers correctly, your points will start counting down at the drain rate showed in the top left-hand corner. For these first 3 questions, it will be 1 point every second and a half. And those points will continue to count down until either the 15 seconds expires or you submit a correct answer. If you submit a correct answer, you will stop your clock. The first player to submit a correct answer will start the clock and retain their full score. Your lives in front of you are no longer lives, these are now refires. So if you get the question wrong, you aren't immediately frozen out. You can have up to 3 refires. After you've attempted the question, you can try it again. However, every time you try again, you lose one of those lives. You don't go out if you lose all your lives, but it does mean that if you use up all of those refires, it means from that point on, only your first answer will be accepted and you will be helpless to stop the clock. So do think carefully about those refires, perhaps about some questions that maybe require a couple of stabs at them. Think carefully about where you want to use them. If your points hit 0, you are eliminated from the game. If nobody submits a correct answer, then you all lose the default. For these first 3 questions, it's 10 points. And if you fail to stop your clock before the 15 seconds runs out, you will also have lost 10 points. The salient facts are the same, however. Answer the question correctly, whispering it to Persephone's Twitch bot. You will be pinged back from the bot if you submit an incorrect answer. So do feel free to re-attempt the question if necessary. 8 of you remain. What started as 39, 8 of you remain. Advantages with Procyon at this point, but very good luck. Also, very good score. Everyone above 50 here. Good luck to all of you. Round 3 is Survive. Here comes question number 1. And yes, questions also come up in chat, Serial Quizzer. Day of the Tentacle is a 1993 sequel to which graphic adventure game from 1987? And at the last second, Serial Quizzer has started the clock. Egg Fried Cheese has got a right answer. Everyone else's clock is counting down. Keshi's found the right answer. Hodders has found the right answer. Everyone else's clock is still on. Cola's given a wrong answer. You can refire if you like, Cola. It was Maniac Mansion. Egg, you know better than to put question marks on the ends of your words. Don't do that. The answer that was incorrect there from Cola was Salmon Max. Not the right answer, I'm afraid, Cola. But a few people getting that one right. Serial Quizzer taking a little bit of time to start the clock there, but did eventually get it going and retains their score of 65. Egg Fried Cheese now has the advantage with 72. No one using any refires after that. Procyon now falling into second place on 71. Let's light you back up. Question number 2 coming up now. Procyon just said fuck about 50 times in the last 10 seconds. It's what we like to hear. Sign of a good question. Kudos to Car for that one. Thank you for that nugget, Procyon. Good luck, everyone. Here comes question number 2. The Autodromo Jose Carlos Pace is a motor racing circuit located in which South American city? Keshi's in and wrong. Procyon has got the right answer in and started the clock. Egg Fried Cheese has found the right answer. Hodders has found the right answer. Serial Quizzer has found the right answer. Everyone else's clock is still on. Keshi has got the right answer eventually. Joey Gateman going for Buenos Aires, not the correct answer. Cola going for Rio de Janeiro. So answers that came in there: Rio, Brazil; Argentina, Brazil; Buenos Aires, Rio de Janeiro. South American city, the answer after there was Sao Paulo, or Sao Paulo. I'm not quite sure how the accent affects the A there, but either with or without the accent was accepted. Sao Paulo was the correct answer. Sam's really struggling with these questions, down to 43 now. Advantage has come back to Procyon, who's now on 71. Egg fried cheese slips down a couple of points to 69. Nice. Serial Quizzer looks like they're in third place with 58 players finding the answer, but not necessarily quickly or without using a refire. Keshi, Samsa and Egg fried cheese using up a refire to get to the answer on there, but that's what they are there for. Let's light you back up. Go on to question number 3. Car saying it's Interlagos circuit. Question number 3. Have a look at this. Roy Lichtenstein and Andy Warhol are associated with which creative movement of the 50s and 60s? Keshi has started the clock. Lots of other right answers coming in. Serial Quizzer and Jerry Gateman, your clocks are still on. Serial Quizzer has got the answer. Jerry Gateman, your clock is still on. So if you want to put an answer in. No, pop art was the answer. Very well done, everyone getting the correct answer, apart from Joey there, and Keshi being the one to start the clock. Yes, read the question indeed, Procyon. Nothing much else to report there. Let's light you back up. Drain rate now changes as we go to question number 4. The drain rate goes up a little bit, so it's now 1 point for every second. So your points are going to tick down a little bit faster. Procyon maintaining advantage with 68, second to Egg fried cheese on 66, Serial Quizzer third on 54. Few refires used, Egg, Samsa, Keshi, but the drain rate is going up now, so if you can get an answer in quickly, that could dramatically affect your opponent's scores. Good luck, fingers on buzzers. Here is question number 4. The Amur of Heilongjiang is a river that forms part of the border between China and which other country? Hodders and Joey are wrong. Egg fried cheese has started the clock. Lots of people getting the right answer. Hodders, Joey, Keshi, your answers are wrong, but you can refire. Keshi has refired and stopped the clock. Hodders did get the right answer in just at the end there, just in the nick of time. Might have saved himself a point there. Joey getting an incorrect answer. Procyon went again typo. We've had a typo issue here for Procyon earlier on. Procyon did something else that rushes with an apostrophe, and again, apostrophe is right next to the enter key, so I'm going to chalk that up to a typo, which means, Procyon, I'm going to give you that life back and an extra 2 points because you submitted your answer at 66 points, according to my log here. So let's points to restore to 66, lives to restore to 3, Procyon. Let's condone that and see what happens. There you go. I'm going to be fair. Yes, Egg fried cheese, your lead being squashed there. Other answers that came in there: India, Mongolia, Thailand, Mongolia, Thailand. The answer was Russia. Yes, your lead is being encroached on there, Egg fried cheese. And in fact, you're tied with Procyon. Let's light you back up. Joey Gateman is now in danger on 14 points. If Joey Gateman fails to find the right answer at all for this next question, then they will be eliminated. Keshi has used up all of his refires. Samsa's used up 1, Egg's used up 1, Joey's used up 1, Hodders has used up 1, Procyon, Cola and Serial Quizzer yet to use any refires, but we are approaching the halfway point. Drain rate is 1 point per second, 15 point maximum. Good luck. Here's question number 5. American rapper Curtis James Jackson III is better known by what stage name? Keshi has started the clock. Samster in very quickly afterwards. Code is also correct. Procyon is now correct. Joey and Hodders are both incorrect. $50 Cent was the answer we were after. Answer coming in: Coolio, LL Cool J, Dr. Dre, Jay-Z and will.i.am. 50 Cent was the answer that we were after. And Joey Gateman, you've used up all your refires and your scores reached 0 and you've not gotten to the right answer. Hodders, Jay-Z, not the correct answer, but you have got a refire and you've still got points on the board. Keshi starting the clock there. Unfortunately, Joey Gateman, your points have been exhausted. So for you, after a valiant effort, halfway through round 3, it is the end of the road and it's lights out. Hodders now in danger, 15 points. We'll see Hodders eliminated if they cannot find the correct answer to this question. Keshi has used up all his refire, so Keshi, tread carefully because only your first answer will be accepted here. Hodders, you've also only got one refire, so you can submit an answer and then one other. And then no more thereafter. Egg fried cheese and Samster down to 2. Procyon, Cola, Serial Quizzer still got all 3 refires, and Procyon in the lead with 61, followed closely by Egg on 56. Good luck to you all. Here is question number 6. Published in 1983, which book was the first released in the Discworld series by Terry Pratchett? Cola has started the clock. Egg is shortly on his tails. Procyon shortly on his tails. Then Serial Quizzer, then Hodders, then Samster. Keshi, you need to find an answer. You've only got one shot at it. Not going for it. Keshi gonna let his points drip down to 14 points now, but still alive. The answer was the colour of magic. Very well done if you've got that one right. Cola starting the clock there, maintaining that 24. Egg and Procyon still tied in this battle at the top, 55-58 advantage to Procyon at the moment. Hodders clinging on with 9 points and still got that one refire, but did find the right answer. Let's go on to the next question. Point drain rate now goes up to 1 point per 3/4 of a second. 0.75 seconds is going to be the drain rate of these questions here. Keshi, no refires. Hodders, 1 refire. Samster and Egg, 2 refires. Procyon, Cola, Serial Quizzer, 3 refires. Procyon with advantage on 58. Good luck. Here's question 7. Google Translate was created when Sergey Brin was frustrated with a bad English translation of an email originally sent in which Asian language? Lots of people attempting, and Egg fried cheese has started the clock. Serial Quizzer is correct. Procyon has stopped his clock. Serial Quizzer stopped their clock. Hodders has run out of time. Keshi's run out of time. Samster has found the correct answer. Cola still ticking down. Ooh, tie. Thai, Japanese, Chinese. Let me just look at the answers you submitted here. Japanese, Japanese, Chinese, Japanese, Japanese, Chinese, Japanese, Mandarin, Chinese, Chinese, and Thai. No, the answer was Korean. Double check this one, and it did indeed seem to suggest it was Korean, which is the language used both in North and South Korea. Egg fried cheese starting the clock there and has pulled advantage back to himself, 55 against Procyon's 52. Serial Quizzer still looking very comfortable on 34. Procyon using a refire, the first refire in this round, the first one they've used. Serial Quizzer on 34, still with all 3 refires. Samster hanging on to life with 14, but no refires. And Cola with 1 refire and 4 points, but still alive. Unfortunately, though, Keshi and Hodders, you used all your refires, and it wasn't enough. You have both run out of points. So a valiant effort from you both, Keshi and Hodders, but I'm afraid for you two, it's the end of the road, and it's lights out. We're down to just 5 players as we come into the twilight of this game. Procyon on 52, Egg in the lead on 55, but 1 fewer refire. Samster used up all his refires on 14, Coda with 1 refire on 4. Serial Quizzer on 34, a sort of middling score, but with 3 refires to find the correct answer. Good luck to you 5. Here is question number 8. The Luangwa National Park, which follows the Luangwa River, is found in which landlocked African country? Coda's got the wrong answer. Egg has started the clock. Procyon right behind it. Egg fried cheese right after that. Samster has found the wrong answer and is just condemned to watch those points tick down. Cola before could get a refire in. Ran out of time. Zambia was the answer. Answers that came in there were Rwanda and the Central African Republic. I don't know, Cola, if Rwanda is the former name of Zambia. I thought Rwanda was the former name of Zimbabwe. I might be wrong. My African geography is not particularly strong. Either way, Rwanda is not the country. I can't accept that. And it does mean Samster and Cola, you've come this far, but unfortunately for you two, it is the end of the road and it's lights out. So, question number 9. Still drain rate of 1 point per 0.75 seconds. Egg fried cheese with only 1 refire is in the lead on 55. Procyon on his coattails with 52 and 2 refires. And Serial Quizzer 20 points behind them on 32, but with all 3 refires. Very, very interesting game. Remember, question 10 works a little bit differently if we get there. For now, fingers on buzzers. Here's question number 9. A Contadino is an Italian word for which profession? Egg has started the clock. Procyon's found the right answer. Serial Quiz has given a wrong answer. It's got more time. If you want Serial Quiz, you can refire. Not enough time going for singer. I understand the connotation there. Cantando, which is the Italian for sing, but contadino is the Italian word for a farmer. Very well done, Egg Fried Cheese, stopping that clock first and getting a little bit of an advantage there on Procyon. Serial Quiz, you are still alive on 13, but unfortunately you're getting very, very close to the base. Let's light you back up. Question number 10, as you know, works a little bit differently. Now, the only way you can stop your clock is by giving the correct answer. The original 15 seconds will count down. If no one answers after those 15 seconds, all of your clocks will start, and they will only stop when you give the right answer. If you run out of refires, then you have to watch your point tick down. Whoever starts the clock first will start everyone else's ticking as normal, but the only way to stop it is to give the correct answer. So think carefully. Egg, you've got 1 refire. Procyon, you've got 2. Serial Quiz, you've got all 3, but only 13 points. At the end of this, if we do not have a clear winner, the player with the highest score will be the escape artist. Good luck to all 3 of you. Here is question number 10. What is the product of the 2 digits that have not appeared in a model name for an iPhone? Procyon is wrong. Serial Quizzer has started the clock. You've both got refires. Egg is wrong again. You've got refires. Procyon is wrong again. You've still got refires. Oh my god! And wrong again! And Egg has watched the time run out. Serial Quizzer, the only player to get the right answer. What a turnaround at the end of this game. That is, I think, possibly the biggest upset we've seen for a while in the escape artist. The answer was 0. The numbers in question 9 and 0. There's not been a 9 in an iPhone. There's not been a 0 in an iPhone. There has been a 3. There was an iPhone 3 and a 3GS. There's been an iPhone 11 Egg, so a 1 has been used. Serial Quizzer with the massive turnaround at the end by finding the correct answer to that question. Procyon and Egg, even with those refires, I know you told me to go with the addition. To be honest with you, Panda, I completely forgot to make the changes until I'd started the warm-up, and then I was going to go and change the stuff after the fact, but hey, it's been a hell of a question at the end here. I think it's worked out just fine. Well, what can I say? A massive turnaround of fortune at the end for Serial Quizzer finding that answer, and Egg and Procyon just not able to get... I know, right, Keshi? Egg and Procyon just not able to find the right answer before they ran out of points. So unfortunately, Egg and Procyon, for you two, it is the end of the road, and it's light out. So with a huge reversal of fortune there, Serial Quizzer middling all the way and then towards the end starting to get down to low points, but has changed the fortune around by finding the answer to the last question nice and quickly before Egg and Procyon could, which means, Serial Quizzer, congratulations, you are the escape artist. Wow, what a reversal of fortune, and very, very many congratulations to Serial Quizzer on becoming the escape artist. This is a tough game, and not a lot of people go on to win it, certainly because they've already played it 10 times. But apart from Lupine, who's won twice, it's been a different winner every time, or we've had no escapes twice. I think we've had no escapists. But Serial Quizzer, you are the escape artist this week. Very, very well done to you. You will be immortalised in the Hall of Fame in the Discord, which you can go and join right here if you would like to. Come and hang out with us, and if you'd like to write some questions. And of course, as predicted, the internet didn't die. He says it now, it's going to die now, isn't it? Internet didn't die on the time I fixed it. But to be honest, I'm glad it didn't die. It's a faff if it dies, and I'm always worried about my coding's not going to be good enough. What are we looking at here, Coolio? Wow, Arden Fetz, 5 gift subs to the community. Thank you so much for your generosity there. Enormously kind, and welcome to Tyson Bain and to Puzzle Dan and to Odd Garrett and to Asset and to person whose name I can't see because the chat paused scroll. Let me see if I can go down and do that. and Persephone's Twitch bot has now got a sub, so that's nice to hear. Thank you very much for your generosity there, Ardenfeld. That's very kind of you. Is this a real format, or did I make it up here? No, it's an original format. It's a real format, but it is a real format that I made up. Very many congratulations to Serial Quizzer there. And can I just say, again, a massive word of thanks to Carl the Seventh for writing that question pack. Maybe a little bit on the difficult side, but I think it's good to balance things up. And both friends who have written packs for Red Herrings have said that they think it's a little on the easier side, so the balance will be there. So thank you very, very much to Carl, and for putting up with my slow getting back to you on the proofing, and also for putting up with me not tearing it apart, but giving some thoughts. So thank you very much to Car, and I hope you echo my sentiments on that. It's been really good fun. The bot's got a gift sub, which is always nice. So that's the end of the first half. We're going to take a little break. I'll put some more jazz on. I haven't got a halftime break prepared, a halftime game prepared actually. I'm just going to get some more wine. We'll just enjoy the jazz, the electro swing. Yeah, the iPhone's gone above 10. You're up to 11 and 12, I think, now. There's an iPhone 12, I believe. Procyon. I'm still on, I think it's an X, because they didn't have a 10, they had an X, which is what I've got there. So, anyway, thank you again to Car. Pat was great. Normally, don't get the UK or the music questions, it's from India. It seemed to work out for you today, Serial Quizzer, and you are the escape artist, so very many congratulations to you. It still stands for 10, though. Egg, are you complaining about questions again? These have been fact-checked twice. They've been proved by both me and by Panda, so let's not get cross about it. Let's all be friends. Do come back after the break, where we'll be having 2 games of Red Herrings, one from our friend Ash the Bash, and then another from Cycle Space. It's been lovely. The only questions I've had to write this weekend for the warm-up. Yeah, that's been nice. Which means I've been able to be a bit more creative with those warm-up questions, and also put a time machine into this because I'm not thinking about questions today. Anyway, I'll stop rabbiting on. Let's go for a break. Enjoy the credits. Thank you again to Car for the question pack, and congratulations to Serial Quizzer. You are the escape artist.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome back. Welcome to Red Herrings. First time it's been in for a while. We had it a little bit of BONUSQUESTION exclamation mark. All that to look forward to a little bit later on. So after all the darkness and doom and gloom of the escape artist, I say darkness and doom and gloom. It's darkness and doom and gloom in a good way. Yeah. Escape Artist is a little bit serious. Red Herrings is all light and fluffy. There's no eliminations. You join at the start, you play till the end. And honestly, you'll like this. Check this out. Right, it's my Stream Deck. This is the Stream Deck for Red Herrings. Made me think if it was even worth setting up its own profile for it. There is a button, a button that I press to continue gameplay, and it's awesome. It's all automated. I just read the questions and have its own fun. Oh yeah, these are all the buttons. At some point, when I get like voice mod and stuff, and when we move, and I've got a second monitor, and a third monitor, and I can do things like that, I will probably put some other fun buttons on there. If I was sensible, I'd probably put all my general OBS commands on there. Which game uses the most Silent Marine by head and shoulders above the others is Google That, because I was still a little bit naive when setting up the Stream Deck. Google That goes over 4 pages because it's obscene. Deal or No Deal will probably go over 2 pages when I get the new functionality for that in. The code goes over 2 pages. I think everything else is just a single page. Let me check. Escape Artist uses most of the buttons because it's got camera plans that I apparently never use. I need to start using those. Everything else is the code. Yeah, the code's a couple of pages. Wheel of Fortune is just 1 page, but I have to use the keyboard for that as well. I still use the keyboard for Wheel of Fortune until I fix that. Red Herrings is the only one with just 1 button and the home button. I was tempted just to put it on the home screen and just have the Red Herrings button be the hotkey rather than taking to a different page. But hey ho, making use of my Stream Deck. I like it. So it's Red Herrings. Before we go to Red Herrings, let me do some announcements. Stuff what is happening at the moment. You've got the Pinnacle Larder tomorrow with Tipster. Pinnacle with Tipster tomorrow at 7 p.m. I think he's having a break the week after, and then he's back for like a Christmas party the week after that. Speaking of Christmas parties, Quizzy Dan is back with his bingo on Thursday for the last time this year. Quizzy Dan's Christmas party, that is going to be this Thursday at 8 p.m. Should be a really good laugh, so do pop along to that if you can. Other stuff that is happening... Quetz is doing more Chase VGM and stuff this evening, and we're going to go and raid LK later on, Liquid Courage, who was here earlier on. Had a nice chat with him earlier on. We talked about programming and gaming stuff, game shows on Twitch and things. So we're going to go and raid Liquid Courage after we've played a double bill of Red Herrings, so that'll be really good fun. I really need to change the shader on this camera to an unlit one because I'm in the dark and I don't like... I turned the light on. Watch me turn the light on the camcorder. That's slightly better, but now I can't see because I'm being blinded. The reason I've not mentioned... let me turn it off and back on again, because otherwise the light won't go off. Ash and I are starting a thing from next week for the Christmas build-up, the exciting festive build-up. Why I meant it up for... I need to change the shader on the camera. I'm not going to do it now, otherwise I'll break everything lupine. But that's something I should probably think about. Ash and I, from next week, are going to be doing... starting the 12 days of Quizmas, and that is going to be kicking off on my stream on Tuesday. There's going to be and that does mean on my Tuesday stream, which is normally sort of fixed schedule, that is going to be different games outside of the normal schedule, and maybe some other things as well. It might conform in some places to the regular schedule, it might not. You're going to have to tune in to find out. The game will be revealed on the evening, and there will be a prize attached to each one, and an advent calendar and Christmas music and Christmas themed questions. It'll be really good fun. It's just a little something extra to build us up to Christmas. So Ash and I are going to be doing that on both my channel and on Ash's channel, which you can go to right there, on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays. It's not going to be every week. There's 4 in the first week. We're both doing, we're doing 2. So I'm doing one next Tuesday and the following, and this Tuesday and the following Saturday. Ash is doing one this Wednesday, Friday. The week after, I'm doing 2. Ash is just doing the one on the Wednesday because you've got Golden Mind on the Friday. The week after, I'm doing Tuesday as regular, but then there'll be a Quizmas on the Saturday. Basically, we've got more streams planned than there are 12. 12 is not enough. If we had like the 16 days of Quizmas, then we'd do one every week. But just keep your eye on the various Discords and stuff, and the Advent calendar, which has got all the dates on there, which will be published at the first game on Tuesday, which I'm not going to tell you what it is, but there'll be Christmas themes. And for every game in the 12 days of Quizmas, there will be a prize. I think Ash and I had a chat about it, and we said, because it's sort of Christmas and it's a season of giving rather than of taking, I think we've sort of said that we're going to just have people can only win once, because there's some reasonable prizes, not huge prizes, but nice stocking fillery prizes. We're only going to have players win once, so we would ask if players win 2 games, we're going to sort of give it to like second prize or something like that, or us. That's sort of respected from the beginning. It's just something because it's just a bit of fun, and we want to give back to everyone. And if someone comes in and plays all 12 games and wins all 12 of them, it's great for them, but it's a bit like. So it's sort of an unwritten rule, and it's just in good community spirit with us, and that's something we've spoken on. So just want that put on the line at the beginning before anything else. So Tuesday evening, and then obviously carrying on for the second day of Quizmas on Ashes on Wednesday. Do come along to that. Now, Red Herrings, we haven't played. Oh yeah, they're watching How I Met Your Mother in the bedroom next door, and they're sort of booming away to themselves. I'm glad they're having a nice time, because I'd sort of disappear for a couple of 3 hours on a Saturday and a Tuesday, so nice they've got something to do. Red Herrings. We have got 2 question packs tonight, one from Cycle Space, but first of all from our friend Ash the Bash. Very excited about this. Mrs. Flush and I actually played this in real time last night, because the game is all automated and I can just hide the answers. Second time winner picks who to give it to, or straight second is better. A nice idea, Silent. Me and Ash and I, I'm sure, will have a little discussion about that. That's certainly not a bad idea, and we will certainly give it some thought. So first up, we're going to be playing Ashes, and yes, Mrs. Flush and I, to test proof this pack, we actually played it in real time last night to see how many we could get. Let me have a look. What did I message Ash? There was one question that we just found a slight error in, which we corrected, which would have slightly changed my score, but not by a lot. My score was 52. It might have been 58. Had we not picked something up, but that has since been corrected. So 52 is my official score. If you want to try and beat me and Mrs. Flush working together on Ash's question pack, it is a wonderful, marvellous question pack, and I'm very grateful to Ash for taking the time, because I know how busy he is with his own stuff for Beat Royal Flush money. I know how busy Ash is with his own stuff, so I'm really grateful that he's taken the time to write a question pack for this game, which, as I say, is fun and friendly and not necessarily family friendly. But it is fun, and if you come in at the start, there's no elimination, so you get through all the way. So if you want to play Red Herrings, pop in the code LRRV. Here they come. Welcome to your... Oh Lord, I'm going to fill my lobby up. I've got capacity for 50 odd, but you fill it up. That would be a first. Nice problem to have. Boo 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 boo. So, quick rundown for those of you who perhaps haven't played before, which is not an impossible thing, because this has only been aired a few times. Ash isn't joining. Good of him to sit this one out. How this works... Thank you very much for that, DC Simmons. We like the sound effects. So how this game works, all the answers will be given to you around the edge. There are no repeats. There are 12 questions, and the answers will be one of those ones that are given to you. There are 4 red herrings. It locks the lobby when it gets to 49 egg. You can't get anyone else in. So all the answers are given to you. And for this game, you only need to type the letter. The letter of the card it belongs to. Okay? So you don't need to type the full word. There's picture round and music round capacity in this as well. So only type the letter, and it's all whispered to Persephone's Twitch bot. There's no chatting or anything on the avatars. So, yes, as Ash is saying, A through P. Answers are not repeated, but 4 of the answers won't be used in the first 2 rounds, 3 of them in the next. All the rest of the round I'll explain as we go. It's fairly straightforward, A through P, and there's a couple of little quirky rules about if you get it right or wrong, whether you get points, you freeze out and stuff. No, it's definitely not just Do It Softly. It's very, very catchy music. Very catchy music. For the gifts, I'm not free with. Welcome, Asset. Nice to have you here. Actually, we've got something. Actually, I don't know if I can talk about it yet, so I'm not going to. But Asset just reminded me of a thing. So you need to find Persephone's Twitch spot and whisper the lobby code to her. Yeah, the fart noises are objectively hilarious. I'm not going to lie. Okay, there's another person just come into the lobby. I can't see the names until I press a button that shows. I actually haven't got that on the stream deck, so hopefully you all know who you are. We'll find out. I'll give you another 30 seconds to come and join, and then I'm going to lock the lobby and we're going to get underway. This is Ash's question pack. There is a picture round in this one. I don't know if I can say that. I'm saying it now. Yeah, I don't know what that's about with the arrow thing. Is it, do you have to just do that? Oh yeah. What fun. How exciting. Well done, Asset. There you go. You're in the game. Lovely stuff. Oh, you can do it both ways. Oh, if I focus on the right window. Good. Well, we're all very excited about that. All the arrows coming up. No, we're not going to have an arrow fest. We're going to play some red herrings. So, if you're ready, I'm going to lock the lobby. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But that's not a good place to do it. In the loop. Here we go. Now is. There we go. No one put a down arrow, because on the chat it'll point to me, and that'll make me sad. So, there are lots of you in the game. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 36, 38 of you, which is wonderful to see. Welcome, all of you. All the answers are whispered to Persephone's Twitch, but on all the answers are, for these first 3 rounds at least, are A through P, or A through L in round 3, but we'll get to that. Ash's question pack here, and I'm sure you will love it. Round 1 is Fruits of the World. Let me just explain the rules for round 1 first of all. If you give me a correct answer, you get 1 point. If you give me an incorrect answer, you lose 1 point. If you abstain, no change. So if you don't know, don't guess, because it doesn't cost you anything, but getting it wrong does cost you. In addition, there are 3 bonus questions that will come up at random intervals during the round, and these bonus questions are worth 3 points rather than 1, and if you get them wrong, they will cost you 3 points rather than 1. So it's very simple. Get it right, get some points. Get it wrong, lose some points. Leave it blank. 0 across the board. And then 3 of them will be bonuses, and they will be announced by a fanfare, a BONUSQUESTION exclamation mark, and it'll be very fun. Whispering to Persephone's Twitch bot A through P, that is all you need to do. Don't put it in public chat because it won't be processed, it will be deleted by a moderator. So, good luck. Round 1 is Fruits of the World. Let's reveal those options. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. And I've upgraded, I've taken the advice, and I have changed the pictures to take up the full card rather than just a little square. It made more sense that way. Hopefully that's all nice and clear for you. And relatively, they're different from the pilot lupine. They were here last time, but if you missed last time, then you won't have heard them. Yes, nice new reveal sounds. So A through P, those are your fruits there. I'm not going to say anything else. And remember, this game does go on autopilot, so once I press the button, I can't stop it without stopping the build. So good luck, have fun. Round 1 is Fruits of the World. Here comes question number 1. In French, citron vert. Oh, a couple of people getting it wrong. Panda Andrew, who's got the answer, was M. It's like a lime to me, a green citron. On we go, question 2. Oh, and question 2 is a bonus question. 3 points if you get this one right, losing 3 if you get it wrong. Here it is. In Polish, that. I hadn't given consideration to how I was going to say this. Grapefruit. Oh, Car getting the wrong answer. It was N. It was a grapefruit, and it is down there. Well done if you got that one right. On we go. Question 3. In Luxembourgish, Wassermelon. Most people getting this one right. Yes, I down there. It's a watermelon, and it's down there on I in the bottom right-hand corner. On we go. Question number 4. Oh, and another bonus question. Getting the bonuses out of the way early. 3 points for getting this right, losing 3 for getting it wrong. Here it is. In Esperanto, banano. I think we would have a bonus question on. Have we lost Vitrudel? It's D, of course, it's a banana. That's a good one to get a bonus question on. 3 free points for everyone. On we go. Next question. In Spanish, manzana. Ooh, maybe a little trickier. Ooh. Smattering of wrong answers there. It's an apple. It's B. Up there is the apple. On we go. Question number 6. In Danish, dragafrugt. So much yay. So much yay. Well done if you got that one. It's K, and that's a dragon fruit. K was the right answer. On we go. Question number 7. In Swedish, persika. That's it, losing a point there. Prugs, Clive, puzzled down, losing points. Samster's lost a point. We Like Shapes lost a point. Carl's lost a point. Quite a few points getting lost there. Oh, over there, it's a peach. That is what that is. Persika is a peach. On we go to the next question. 8. In many Western languages, but not English, ananas. Few wrong answers there. We're getting a little bit out of sync, but nothing too dramatic. P, it's pineapple, ananas. Yes. We've had the banana question, so you knew the banana had gone. Here we go, next one. It's the last bonus question of the round. 3 for getting it right, losing 3 for getting it wrong. Here's question number 9. In Japanese, blueberry. This is one I got wrong yesterday. Just saying. It's the blueberry, and there it is on C. On we go. 3 more questions in this round. Here's question 10. In Dutch, citron. A lot of people getting that right. It's a lemon, and it's down there on L, appropriately enough. L for lemon. Oop. Big blip in the computer there. Here's question 11. In Italian, prugna. It's E. I think that's a plum. I'm not sure. I should have looked at Ash's notes before starting this. But it was E was the right answer. One more question. Number 12. In Welsh, oren. It is a plum. Thank you, Ash. And a reminder, you get a little bit of a bonus if you get all of them right at the end of the round. It looks like a couple of people have done that. Lupine and Procyon getting 18 means they're going to get a bonus. F was an orange. Let's have a look at the red herrings, which are, of course, all red fruits. The grape, the tomato, the strawberry, the raspberry, all red and red herrings. So bonus points there going to Procyon and Lupine. Extra 2 points for getting a perfect round. That's the end of round 1. So yes, all of the red herrings were red fruits. You know what? If run through, that's exactly the reaction Ash had when Megs pointed it out yesterday. That they were all red fruits, except the apple. Yeah, the apple was used as well, so it's all good. Lovely fruity round to start with. Let me have a look at throws a tomato. Let's have a look at IDing all players. Let's see who we've got. So there's Zensuit is the name I didn't know. Let's see if I can recognise everybody else. So we've got Procyon and Lupine with 20. Innis and 8 Minky. Keshi, Paulister, Egg Fried Cheese all on 17. We Like Shapes, It's Notley, Mogra on 16, along with Arden Fetz and... who's that? With The World Is About to End. The end is now. That's DJ87. Hello, DJ87. Sorry I didn't recognise your avatar. But you're also on 16. 15. Who's that on 15? I should know that one. Feel like I should know that Minecraft. It's Edam Cheese. Edam Cheese, Samster, Effrontery, Kegler Coach, all on 15. Now cut that out. Who's Walt Disney on 14? Who's Walt Disney? Coolio on 14, along with Cetra and Naked Grammar on 14. Drahuskas on 13, along with DC Simmons, Joey Gatorman, Prugs, Dogfish, Storm Vision. 12 points going to Apoda Nuevo, ABME, Clive Legend, Connor, Cola. 10 points to Puzzle Dan and Asset. Gruffa Carlo's on 9. Panda's on 8. Car's on 7. No, he's not. Car the 7th is on 5. Vitrudel's on 4. And new player whose name I immediately Zensuit on -1, but don't worry because you can't lose points from this point onwards. I know most names. I'm sorry if new people are forgetting your avatars. One of the downsides of getting more information onto the screen is having less information on the screen. Yeah, Positive Dan, you've got a bit of a hint in yours. Right, those are the scores at the end of round 1. Let's go on to round number 2. And you know what? I'm just going to load up the notes from Ash's pack because he's gone to the trouble of writing them. So it would be terribly bad manners of me not to read them out. Let me just bring up the notes. What are we playing? Red Herrings, Assets, Trivia, Ash pack, Reference sheet. Let's just open that in Google Chrome because that's much easier to do. So all the questions will be translations of names of fruits in different languages, just identify the fruit from the word given. That was round 1. So round 2, Alcoholics Anonymous. We've had our fruits, now to ferment them into lovely alcoholic beverages. Just identify the tipple of choice based on the question is what you've got to do for round 2. The rules for round 2, it's in the metrics and the scoring for round 2 are relatively straightforward. If you get a question right, you get 1 point. No, you don't. I remember my rules. I don't have an overlay. I should have an overlay. So many games, I can't remember all the rules for them. So, this is a timed round. If you get the correct answer in the first 5 seconds, you get 3 points. The next 5 seconds, you get 2 points. The last 5 seconds, you get 1 point. So the faster you get the letter in, the more points you get. If you get it wrong, you don't lose any points, but you freeze yourself out of the next question. So getting it wrong, you not only get no points, but you also don't get the opportunity to try the question after it. So a different sort of penalty for getting it wrong, but you can't lose any more points, but you will freeze yourself out of an opportunity moving forward. Again, there are 3 bonuses in this round, and the bonuses are not timed. The bonuses are worth a flat rate of 5 points. But again, you can still freeze yourself out if you get a bonus question wrong. You freeze yourself out of the next question. So those are the rules. Again, keep your eye on the chat. You've got to keep your eye on the chat because that's where the question is. Graphicarlo is saying stream delay, these images don't flip over for a while. But keep your eye on the chat. I know it's difficult with the images flipping and having it in the chat. We talked about it. I'm slightly wedded to the idea of having the images flipping. So we'll make it a memory game and that'll be fun. But hopefully by the time you've read the question, the images have flipped back. But we'll see what happens. Good luck. Have fun. Round 2 is Alcoholics Anonymous, whispering A through P to the bot. Here comes question number 1. Oh, no. Here come the options. Press them right. Good thing I've only got 1 button. I can't even do that right. So, A, tequila, B, whiskey, C, red wine, D, gin, E, mezcal, F, ouzo, G, ale, H, absinthe, I, sujo, J, cider, K, brandy, L, white wine, M, rum, N, lager, O, vodka, P, sake. Those are your options. No, answering blind, that would be... It's a good thing I've only got 1 button. Otherwise, I've started the round with no answers on display. That would have been the opposite of fun, whatever that is. So, good luck. Have fun. Those are your options. And by all means, do feel free to take a photograph. I'm not going to consider that. If you want to take a screenshot and put it on another monitor or take a photo on your phone and have that there, just to avoid the flipping thing, all the answers are there. That is public knowledge at this point. So if you want to take a photo of it, you can do. What did I start the evening with? That'd be a good question. I don't know if that's coming up, Proogs. We'll have to find out. Good luck. Have fun. Round 2 is Alcoholics Anonymous. Here is question number 1. What combines with the word cotton to give the name of a cotton separation machine? Worth saying, if you have a perfect round here, I think there are 3 bonus points at the end. Cetra and Graphicarlo getting that one wrong, which means they will be frozen out the next question. The answer was D, gin. On we go to question number 2. And another early bonus question for you. Bad luck to Cetra and Graphicarlo, who won't be able to attempt this. Flat rate of 5 if you get this right. Camera campaigns for what kind of real drink? 5 points if you can get this. Couple of incorrect there. It's ale, real ale over there on G. Connor, Drahuska, and Vitrudel are frozen out. Here's question 3. Which drink means burned liquor in Korean? Remember, the faster you answer in this round, the more points you stand to get. It's I, soju. Well done if you got that one. few freeze outs here. Here's question number 4. A song by the Champs exclaims which drink? Not everyone giving an answer. It's a tequila, 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 tequila. I don't know the song at all. I'm just saying tequila at you. On we go. Question number the next. Number 5. Which word actually refers to any form of alcoholic drink in Japan? Oh, I've got hiccups now. Appropriate round for hiccups. I don't know what's going on with my computer at the moment. It's having a funny moment. P. Sake was the answer. Just Drahuska frozen out of this question. And it's another bonus question. Bad luck, Drahuska. You're missing out on a bonus 5 points if you can get this one right. Here it is. Number 6. The lyrics to Born Slippy repeat which drink some 15 times? Ooh, tricky one for a bonus. It's lager. N lager. Well done if you got that. A few people frozen out of this next question. Here it is. Number 7. Zinfandel is what kind of drink? All the doughs. I will talk to you about the factoid about this question later on. All those doughs. It's red wine. See, red wine. There's going to be some tears for this one. I'll talk to you about it later. Lots of freeze outs. Oh, but it's a bonus question. Oh, my word. All these freeze outs of the bonus question. That is hard. 5 points for this. Which drink is often prepared with a sugar cube on a spoon? No, it's not egg. We'll talk about it in a minute. Few people getting that one right. Well done. It's H. Absinthe. Absinthe. I had a lot of it when I went to Prague when I was a younger man in my 20s. On we go. Question number 9. Most people back in now. Here it is. Which name is given to a distilled beverage made from any type of agave? Ooh, it's mezcal. Mezcal. A lot of wrong answers there. Interesting scores happening here. I love the red herrings coming up. Question 10. What would you call something that is kind of similar to a certain kitchen utensil? This question stumped me. I just couldn't think of what the answer was, and even looking at them, I couldn't find it. But a few people have found it, and well done, it's B. Whiskey. Of course, it's whiskey. 2 more questions in this round. On we go to question number 11. Which drink is generally made from the fermentation of apples? Most people, in fact, all people in on this question, just effrontery getting that one wrong. The answer was J. Cider. Cider was the answer. One more question in this Alcoholics Anonymous round. Here it is. A pina colada features what alcoholic drink? Might as well have a go on this one. No freeze out from the next one, so everyone might as well have a punt at it. And most of us having a go. It was M. Rum. If you like pina coladas. Yes, the red herrings. F. Ouzo. K. Brandy. L. White wine. And O. Vodka. That is the end of round 2. It's like did a bonus point go to Keshi there? I wasn't quite sure. I looked away from the screen at that moment. I was distracted by the Pina Colada song. If you like Pina Colada. We're watching sort of the Marvel things at the moment, and so Guardians of the Galaxy, that is very, very front and centre of the mind. Yeah, just before we do the scores, yeah, Ash and I put white wine as well when we tested this last night, because I am familiar with white Zinfandel, which is a rosé. White Zinfandel is a rosé, but Zinfandel itself is red. Yeah, uncertain. And rosé wasn't an option. And I decided with Ash, because this was something I flagged with him, this is something I discussed with him, and I said, you know what? Is that you farting, dog? That is disgusting. The dog sat underneath my computer and farting. At least I think it's the dog. Is that the dog farting? Okay, yeah, it's the dog. Smelly dog. Anyway, so we decided that Zinfandel, that's a perfect red herring question, to be honest, because white Zinfandel is a rosé, but the Zinfandel grape and Zinfandel on its own is a red wine. And that caught me out as well. So before everyone starts, all the dolls that came up there and throws you out of a bonus question, it's Zinfandel is a red wine. a regular red. A white Zinfandel, which is not what the question says, is a rosé, still based off a red grape. So I was happy to allow that based on that, and it caught me out as well. So if you got caught out on that, no shame. I'm a professional wine drinker, and well, sort of, and it caught me out. So kudos to Ash for that question. So let's take a look at the scores. Keshi Head is in the lead on 46. Lupine and Procyon both on 43. Clive's got 38 along with Egg. Storm Vision, Mogra, Innis all on 37. Coda's got 36. We Like Shapes and Now Cut That Out on 35. Proogs has got 34. 8 Minky's got 33 along with Get Off My Lawn. Why can I never remember Get Off My Lawn? It's Kegler Coates. I always keep mixing. I don't know why Kegler Coates. I can never remember your avatar. It won't cement with 33. Paulus has got 32. Samps has got 31, along with Dogfish, and the end is coming. Who is not Zensuit? It's DJ. DJ's on 31. Apodo Nuevo on 30, along with It's Sotley. The Naked Grandma's got 28, along with Minecraft Face. Edam Cheese. I've remembered. Edam Cheese. Arden Fett's also on 28. ABME and Joey Gateman on 27. Disney Castle was Coolio on 26. That's really bad. I'm remembering names. I'm not remembering names. Coolio on 26. Effrontery, Connor, DC Sims on 24. Car and Pups Down on 23. Pandas on 22, along with Acid. Gruff Carlo 21. Cetra's got 20. Drahus has got 15. Vitrudo's got 8. And Zensuit has got 6. Maybe because I haven't been on his lawn. Possibly Puzzle Dan. Anyway, that's the end of round 2. Those are the scores, and that was Alcoholics Anonymous. Let's go on to round number 3. Deyatonana. So, here is the factoid you've been given for this. Let's Go Away is one of the memorable tracks to the video game Daytona USA, with the music and vocals written by Takanobu Mitsuyoshi. Notably, they only had a limited memory for the music, so the words had to be broken up into their phonemes to get it all to fit. Here are some phonemes, sort of converted into words. You just need to find the right answers that match the clues. So, phoneme fun for every one of all y'all. 9 questions in this round, rather than the 12 in the first couple of rounds. So 9 questions here, 3 red herrings for the 12 answers that are on display. Round is Daytona, and your options are we, do, s, a, go, to, day, you, are, s, let, na. I sound like a member of the Jadoon. We, do, s, a, go, to, day, yo, flickacadopodocododо. That's what the Jadoon sound like in Doctor Who. No? Anyone? Maho. Yes, thank you. Coolio gets me. Coolio gets me. Why are you looking at me like that? Do you not like the Jadoon? Jadoon on the moon. Absolutely. Very much Jadoon noises. Well, those are your options. A, we, B, do, C, S, D, A, E, go, F, to, G, day, H, U, I, R, J, S, K, let, L, na. And remember, you're typing the letter of the card, not the word. Just a thing to bear in mind. Good luck to you all. Have fun. Round 3 is Daytona. And here's question 1. On Earth, 24 hours is equal to 1 what? Oh, this is the accumulator round. I should have explained that. If you go purple, it means you're on an accumulator. Get it wrong and it breaks your streak. Abstain, it doesn't break your streak. The answer was G-Day. So everyone who got that one right, you're on 1 point and you'll go purple. It means if you get the next one right, you get 2. Abstain, it doesn't affect it. Get it wrong, it breaks your streak. Question 2. What's the next word in this lyric? Baby shark. Sorry, I should have said that. No bonuses in this round. I got distracted by the Daytona. It's B, do. Do, 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 do. So if you're purple, it means you're on a streak. If you're blue, it means you're not. Question 3. What is the name for a female sheep? Remember, abstaining does not break your streak. Getting it wrong does. It's H. It's a U. H-U. On we go. Question number 4. No bonuses in this round, remember. Question 4. What word is used to call a serve in tennis which hits the net but lands in the service court? It's a let. Let for service. K is the right answer there. On we go. Question number 5. When repeated thrice, which word forms the title of a My Chemical Romance song? It's El Nar. Fun fact, this was the one that was not quite right when we tested it the other night, but it has since been fixed. On we go. Number 6, when suffixed with an S, which is the name of the god of war? Well done, it's IR, as in Ars, as in Mars, or possibly Aries. On we go. Question number 7. What Scottish word means little? And I think there's a 5-point bonus if you get all 9 correct in this round. Streak broken there from Puzzle Dan. Everybody else, looked like everyone else who attempted got it right. A, we was the right answer. 2 more questions in this round. Here's question number 8. When prefixed with an N, which is the name of a famous lock and monster? It's CS, as in Loch Ness. Old Nessie up there. Not a monster. Just misunderstood, I think. Question 9. What board game features a grid of 19 by 19 lines and a black and white tiles? It's E, Go. Very well done if you got that. And red herrings were D, I, F, toe, and J, S. Bonus points there. 5 if you got all of them. A few people getting them. And that is the end of round 3. There we go. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to explain the scoring there. But it's the accumulator round. So if you get for the second game, when we play in a few minutes, if you get the first one and then the second one and then the third one, you get more points for each of them. You don't break it if you abstain, but you do break it if you get it wrong. So hopefully everyone got that over the call of the first question, didn't have too much effect. So it's a very, very close game. 88, 87, 82, 80, 79, 77, 74. Clive going into first place. We've had a different leader at the end of every round so far. No wrong ones, but 1 abstention. Joey Gatorman. So that'll be, if you abstain, you don't get that bonus at the end. That is the end of round 3. I shan't go through the scores. You can see what they are there. Let's go on to the final board. Final round is IOC, indicate options correctly. This was the one that Ash said to me, I think it's a relatively easygoing pack, apart from maybe the last round. So, here is the briefing I've got for this. And I'll give you the briefing before I... Actually, no, because the clues come up there. Maybe I won't give you that. Let me explain the rules first of all, and then I'll make a decision. So, this is the only round that's different in terms of submission. You've got to submit 6 characters as a single string. For example, A, B, C, D, E, F. And you submit it all as a single string to Persephone's Twitch bot. 6 of the answers will fit the criteria that you will be given at the top. And 10 of them will be red herrings. If you are the first to find all 6 correctly, you get 60 points. The next person to find all 6 gets 55. The next person gets 50. The next person gets 45, and so on. So it's sort of like the Monkhouse Minute. You've got 90 seconds, though. The Monkhouse Minute with an extra 30 seconds. So sort of only connect on acid, but also meets wipeout. Deselect before you reselect. So if you get it wrong, you'll be pinged by the bot. It will tell you how many you got wrong. It won't tell you which were wrong, but it will tell you how many you got wrong. How many you got right. Sorry, not how many you got wrong. It'll tell you how many you got right. Sure, I get that bit right. Your avatar on screen will also count up to the numbers you got. You'll go orange, and it will show the number that you got, and you are then frozen out for 5 seconds. Okay. We tried to ping it when you were frozen and then when you were back in, but it broke the bot. So now you're only pinged immediately after submission. It will ping you. So keep your eye on the chat here. I will come back to chat to make sure everything is ticking along. But yes, you've got to type it as a single string, no spaces, no commas, no full stops, no periods, nothing like that, just as a single string, and it won't accept it unless there are 6 characters in your message. So if you type 5 and think it's not accepting my messages, it's because you didn't have 6 characters in your word. Again, it's A through P. 6 of them will fit the criteria. 10 of them will not. 60 points if you're the first to get it, 55 for the next 50, and so on all the way down. And the game ends either when points would go down to 0, so 12 people have got it right, or when you run out of time after 90 seconds. So hopefully that is relatively straightforward. I don't want to give too much away before I reveal the categories, But I will go through the listing that Ash has said here. IOC is actually the International Olympics Committee, and they oversee the running of the quadrennial Summer and Winter Olympic Games. Listed, you will get some initialisms, but only 6 of them are real Summer Olympics International Sports Federations. Good luck. And I've got a reference to the answers here. Lasai. Well, good luck, everyone. Have fun. The final round is IOC. Indicate options correctly, and here are your options. IBSF, ICF, WPF, AF, FTT, IJF, FIL, BWF, WG, UWW, FINA, UCI, IR, IBU, WCF, IKKF. Find the initials of Summer Olympics International Sports Federations. Clive has found 5 of them already. Now I just need to watch everyone else, see how we're going. Mogra finding 0 there. Panda's got 4 of them. Quite a few 4s coming up. Clive is still at 5 here. Nobody managing to break out yet as we come up to the first 30 seconds. Connor's now found 5 of them. Clive is still on 5. Cetra's found 5 now. It's Otley's got 4. Clive's still on 5. No one managing to escape just yet. We are at 50 seconds. 5. Another 5. 5 from Clive. 5 from Connor. 4 from Mogra. 4 from maybe me. Another 5 from Clive. Clive is looking for the one he's missing by the looks of it. He's found 5 of them. He's not sure of the last one. No one yet escaping. 4 from Lupine there. A 3 from 8 Minky. A 4 from Acid. All these doubles. Oh, Effrontery becomes the first to escape with getting 60 points. Very well played, Effrontery. Finding all 6, the first to do so. We're coming up to 20 seconds left. More 4s. Clive still on 5. Is anyone going to get 55 points? Egg has now found 5 as well. Naked Grandma's at 4, Kessie's at 4, Abney's at 4, Dogfish at 4, Clive's still at 5. Coming up to the last 5 seconds. Asset's got to 5. Connor's still at 5. Egg at 5. And that is time up. Effrontery, the only player to find all 6. And after that, those are your answers. B, ICF, F, IJF, H, BWF, J, UWW, K, FINA, and L, UCI. They are the International Judo Federation, the United World Wrestling, the International Canoe Federation, the Fédération Internationale de Natation, which is aquatics, the Union Cycliste Internationale, which is cycling, and Badminton World Federation, BWF. Oh, so close. Lots of people getting 5. I think that's a sign of a good round there, Ash. Lots of people getting 5. Only Effrontery managing to find all 6. Very well played, getting 60 points. We changed the metrics. It was 100. We brought it down to 60, but Effrontery, the only one to solve that there, going into the lead with 134. That is the end of the round, and that is the end of the game. And the winner of the first game of Red Herrings tonight is, with 134, Effrontery. Well, very, very well done to you, Effrontery. It's sort of coming out of nowhere a little bit there. You love that, TJ. Good to hear, TJ. Glad you enjoyed it. Glad the stuff is going down well. Effrontery, you will be immortalised on the leaderboard. And again, I think that's a new first time. This is a great game because it tends to have lots of different winners. So the Red Herrings, we've had Tipster, Cola, It's Otley, now Cut That Out, Inca, and now Effrontery. We have got one more game to play after a very short break where I'm going to go grab a glass of port, I think. Yeah, hope you had fun. Huge thanks to Ash the Bash for writing that question pack. That was an awful lot of fun. And we've got one more pack coming up for you to look forward to. Did feel quite difficult, especially versus the easier rounds preceding it. Yeah, I think it's good to have balance. Difficult finale versus some maybe slightly easier opening rounds. I think Cycle Spaces flips it on its head. I think his first round is going to trip you guys up. Yes, one more game to go. Welcome, Topper One Gaming. Lovely to have you here. Welcome. We have got one more game of Red Herrings right after the break. I'm going to go grab some more wine. Stay right there, everybody, and I will be back in a few minutes. Congratulations to Effrontery. You are the Red Herring champion, and the Red Herring winner is what it says on the leaderboard. Stay right there, everybody. Congratulations, and thanks again to Ash. Congratulations to Effrontery. I'll see you in a few minutes. Enjoy the credits. I'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to the final game of this evening's Game Night original stream. Again, a huge thank you to Ash the Bash for the question pack in that previous round, and congratulations to Effrontery on your victory. I do hope you're going to come and defend it. Thank you for the follow there. Coolio123, welcome to the following clan. Lovely to have you with us. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. And look at this. So many people chatting tonight. 65 active chatters according to the Twitch chat tracker. No internet blips. And upwards of 50 viewers after 2 hours. I know I'm going on a little bit late tonight. I wasn't sure whether to just do, because it would have been a 10 o'clock finish with just the Escape Artist and one Red Herrings. But Red Herrings feels like it really needs to be a double bill. So because it's a shorter game. It's quite fun. And it is just after 10 o'clock. But we'll have this game done in the next 40 minutes, and then we will go and raid Liquid Courage, which will be great fun. Don't forget, lots of things happening in and around on the Quiz World online over the next few days. You've got Tipster with the Pinnacle Larder tomorrow night. I know he's taking a week off next Sunday, so tomorrow night, do go and check that out. You've got Quizzy Dan's Christmas party on Thursday, for the last Quizzy Bingo of the year. And of course, the 12 Days of Quizmas starts on this channel on Tuesday with me, with a special mystery game, as will be all the days of the 12 Games of Christmas, and will be continued throughout December, most immediately on Ash's channel on Wednesday with the second day of Quizmas. So do go and check that out. Ash and I will probably have to have a chat about just a couple of little things ahead of that, but it does look like it's all going to be running in order, so I do hope you can come and join us for that. Now, final game of this evening, and I am hugely grateful to Cycle Space. Now, Cycle Space committed a round to the one we played a couple of weeks ago. That was I said it'd be good because I did. We had a triple bill of red herrings in one evening. I did the first two, and then the third one wanted to be a community pack. And then 8 Minky wrote one. I wrote the final. Mrs. Flush wrote one, and Cyclespace wrote one. And Cyclespace was sending me rounds for this game before I'd even thought about publishing the app. The app is now published, incidentally. And if you would like to write questions for this, if you would like to have your questions featured on game night or any of the games that we play on game night, do go and join the Discord. Download the app from the Discord, from the app section in there. Your trivia would be very welcome. Do go and check that out. But Cyclespace was sending me questions way back when it was still in its early days. Now it's sort of where I want it to be and reasonably happy. Apart from the shader on the camera, I must fix that. What do you need? Good question, Egg. I will answer that when I'm not live in a little bit later. All the Quizmas ones I'm going to write myself is the plan for that, but I will. I'll let you know anything else in the interim that does crop up. Yeah, apart from the shader on the camera, which needs to be lighter because I'm too dark at the moment and I don't want to put the torch on the camera. But anyway, Cyclespace has written a full pack and it's a belter. It really is. I think you're really going to enjoy this. So if you would like to come and play the last game this evening of Red Herrings, written by Cyclespace, lobby code is what you need. EXVP. I want to make a political joke right now, but I'm not going to do that. You just type Mike Pence. And it'll... I mean, it's not wrong. It's Coolio's on the same page. Not yet, no, to be fair, not yet. XVP could be something like... Joe Biden is an XVP. Oh, Egg, it's not working. I don't know what's going on with that. No, they've still got some days left in office, the Trump administration. But I'm not talking politics. No more politics. Extremely extreme Western pack. Absolutely right. Well, we filled up pretty quick. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. We're up to 38. And the loop's not even halfway through. Oh, and down to 37 because people like the fart noise. There we go. We're back to 38. Lovely. Hello, David. Hello, David and David. David and DC coming in together. Welcome to you both. Lovely to have you here. No politics. No politics. No, we've had the American election. Politics are done for the next while until the next political thing happens and I feel compelled to say something on stream about it. Right. Oh, it'd be good if we could finish this 6th row. That'd be nice. I've moved to port. I didn't want to open another bottle of red wine. We have had a politics round. Come on, come join the game. Whisper it to the bot. You know you want to. I saw something earlier on. When I logged the lobby and I see this thing, I tweeted about it this morning. So there's been this thing recently where Radio 1 have decided they're not going to play Fairy Tale of New York, not in its original form because there is a derogatory slur in it, which was of the time, but is not the sort of thing one would say in polite discourse in these days. The argument's to be made that it's part of the song and that it fits with the song, yada, yada, yada. For it or against it, there's been a lot of debate about it. And the thing that sort of struck out to me is people saying, there's been people on Twitter saying, as a gay man, I am not offended by that particular word. But what does offend me is middle-aged, middle-class white men who are complaining very loudly at the fact that they're not allowed to say it without with impunity for the next month, which I thought was a really, really good point. It is Mr. Brains Pork Faggots. It's a type of food. But I thought it was a really good argument, very well put. I can't remember how I got onto this. Oh yeah. That was it. I tweeted something this morning. That's a really good argument. I'm not offended by it as a gay... I'm not gay, but I'm quoting now. But I'm not offended as a gay person. But what offends me is people who are complaining that they're not allowed to say it with impunity. So the joke that I saw this morning... I'm going to lock the lobby because I'm assuming everyone is here. So here we go. We'll get to round 1 letters in a minute. So I tweeted this morning. It was a picture of a snooker game. In fact, I could probably bring this up for you. Because I can do that on stream. Let me find my profile. Here's the tweet. So the line in question is, "You scumbag, you maggot, Steve Davis, John Parrott," which I thought was hilarious. "You scumbag, you maggot, Steve Davis, John Parrott." Happy. I think that is in many ways a great improvement to that. Yeah, so that's what I saw. That's how I got onto that subject. I'm not having a political debate over whether or not we should still accept that, but that tweet did make me laugh. So, onto the game. Red Herrings, take 2, round 1, letters from Cyclespace here. I think you might know where this is going. I'm just going to check if I've got some notes from Cyclespace. It looks like I have. Let me bring up the Windows Explorer. Still snooker loopy. Red Herrings 2, Cyclespace. It's open on the right one. Okay. No notes particularly to refer to on this one. So round 1 is letters. There is a theme running through this. I'm not going to say much more about it. But round 1 is letters. If round 1 would have been Greek letters, interesting. So you're thinking in the same kiln as Cyclespace here, as by the looks of it. Well, oh, a network error. Has the stream just died? Hopefully it's just Google Chrome has just crashed momentarily. No, we're still back. We're still here. Good. I thought it was all going too well. I've got to have a crash at some point. I'm still here. It's good. Right. So, round 1 is letters. Here. Here are the options. A, I, B, L, C, K, D, F, E, H, F, G, G, N, H, M, I, O, J, E, K, A, L, P, M, J, N, B, O, C, P, D. Oh my word, it was about time someone did this in this game. This is, yeah, it's all done at random. So take a minute, everyone, to self-write yourselves. I congratulated Cyclespace very hard. The theming for this pack is genius. I commented to Cyclespace. It was just absolutely brilliant. The themes and the things he's got pulling this together are brilliant. But let me just talk you through this round. A reminder. If you give me a right answer, you get 1 point. If you give me a wrong answer, you lose a point. If you abstain, it's 0. How did none of them end up on the right letter? It's a very good question. RNG clearly working in the favour of the game tonight. So if you abstain, no change to your score. 3 bonuses in the round. 3 if you get the bonus right. Losing 3 if you get the bonus wrong. As 8Minky is saying, type the top letter. It's the letter of the card that you need. So type the top letter. The answer is the bottom letter, but you've got to type the top letter. This is going to be a world of fun and games, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I did proofing it. Bonus penalty if you type the wrong letter because of the letter. So I haven't got quite that far with it, Lupine. Type the top letter. The answer is the bottom letter. Round 1 is letters. Good luck. Fun, general ignorance, Klaxon. Good luck. Have fun, everyone. This is from Cyclespace. Round 1 is letters, and here is question number 1. What is the chemical symbol for potassium? Whoa, Yadel wave! Very well done if you got that. The answer is K. C. K. On we go. Question number 2. What is Austria's international license plate code? Well done, it is K-A. Well done if you got that. Amy G whispering to Persephone's Twitch bot because public chat doesn't accept the answers. Number 3, in physics, which letter represents the speed of light? Well done if you got that. It's OC. E equals the speed of light squared. E equals M times the speed of light squared. OC was the answer. First bonus question coming up here. Question number 4. 3 points if you get this right. Lose 3 if you get it wrong. Here it is. The Greek capital letter Rho looks identical to which English letter? Well done if you got that. It was LP. P is the letter that looks like the Greek letter Rho. 3 points if you got that. Well played. On we go. Question 5. Which letter is used the most in the name of the Welsh town with 58 letters? Oh, egg! The Welshman getting it wrong! It was B, L. You typed the other one. Oh, that's why I love this round. Well played if you got that one right. On we go to question number, the next one, 6, I think, and it is a bonus question. 3 points for getting this, losing 3 for getting it wrong. Question 6. What is Judi Dench's character in GoldenEye? It's HM. She is called M, so you needed to type H. Because of course you did. On we go. Question 7. What is the Roman numeral for 500? Remember, a bonus 2 points if you get 100% at the end of this round. Might be a few people on for doing that at the moment. I'm not quite sure. But the correct answer to that was PD. D means 500 in Roman numerals. On we go. Question number 8. In The Sound of Music, which musical note is a name I call myself? It was J-E, me, a name I call myself, the third note of the C major scale. On we go to question 9, and it's the third bonus question of the round 3 if you get this right, losing 3 if you get it wrong. Here it comes. What is the chess notation for the knight? Second knight question tonight. Ash, you've redeemed yourself. You've got this knight question right. Well done if you got that. It was GN. Well done. A lot of chess questions coming up recently. I wonder if the Queen's Gambit has had anything to do with that recently. On we go. Question number 10. The actor who voiced Stuart Little in the 1999 film goes by what middle initial? Yes, well done if you got that. It was MJ, Michael J. Fox, who voiced Stuart Little in that film. On we go. Question 11. From Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, press what to pay respect? Few people slipping up on this one. It was DF. Press F to pay respect. Which reflexes are aching? On we go. Last question of the round. The NATO alphabet for which letter is a country? And it's coming out of sync again. It was I for India. And let's have a look at the red herrings. E, H, F, G, I, O, and N, B were your red herrings. That is the end of the round. Let's have a look at the scores. Well done to Lingo Maniac, who, despite all the confusion with the alphabets, managed to get all 12 of them correct. Very well played, Lingo Maniac. You get yourself a bonus 2 points and takes you into the lead on 20. That was a fun round, wasn't it? You can all press F to pay respects in chat now if you would like. If you'd like. Innes has got 16. Here come the Fs. Innes has got 16. 8. Minky has got 15, as has Car, and has the end is coming. Why can't I never remember who the end is coming is? That's really bad. It's getting to a point now. I need to just remember that it's DJ. You've been here all night, DJ. I feel really awful. Welcome to the stream. I'm sorry I keep forgetting your avatar, DJ. Lupine and DC Simmons, Dogfish and Theory of Game, We Like Shapes, all on 14. David Bodicum, Apodo Nuevo, who was Disney Castle on 13. Coolio. I want to say Coolio. I'm going to say Coolio. Press X to Jason, or export to JSON if you've downloaded one of my apps, Keshi. 12 points is, I want to say, Edam Cheese. Cola's got 11, as has Proogs. Samster's also got 11. Connor's got 10. Elias the Panda's got 10. Cetra, now cut that out, both on 10. Ardenfet's on 9. Abme, Clive, Stormvision all on 9. Egg and, is that Topper 1? I'm going to say Top 1. You're new to this game. Yes, welcome Top 1 Gaming. F-Fried Cheese, Top 1 Gaming. Ash the Bash, all on 8. It Sotley and Mogra are both on 7, along with the Naked Grandma. Keshi's got 6. Who's that with 5? Is that... It's not Vitrudel. Silent Marine. That's Silent Marine. I don't recognise that avatar. Silent Marine's got 5. Vitrudel has got 4. Drahuska's got 2. Puzzle Down with 1. Drew Dave Tom, -3. Graph Carlo, -4. Get Off My Lawn, -4. And I think that's Amy on -4 as well. Who's Get Off My Lawn? Kegler Coach. That's going to be a running gag. I'm really sorry, Kegler Coach. Those of you who can't remember your avatars, I'm really sorry. It will come with time. Obviously, we've been doing this gig a while. The end is coming anyway. You're quite right, DJ. So that was the end of round 1. I hope you all have fun with that from Cycle Space's question pack. Let's go on to round 2. We've had letters. We're now having numbers. So, those of you may be sensing a theme coming along. We'll have to wait and see if you're right. Round 2 is simply numbers. Here are your options. 100, 10, 25, 9, 75, 7, 6, 51, 3, 42, 5, 8, 2, 4, and 69. Nice. So, round 2 is numbers. You may get where this is going. Have a look. The questions are all there. Round 2 rules. This is the speed round. So if you answer in the first 5 seconds, you get 3 points. If you answer in the next 5 seconds, you get 2 points. Last 5 seconds, you get 1 point. If you abstain, there is no change or no penalty. If you get it wrong, however, you are frozen out of the next question. So get it wrong, you're frozen out of the following question. Again, there are 3 bonus questions in this round. Each of them are worth a flat rate of 5. So no timers on the bonus question. They're just worth 5 points, but you can get frozen out of the following question as normal. Good luck. Have fun. Round 2 is numbers. Here comes question number 1. In minutes, what is the duration of a full round of professional mixed martial arts? Few wrong answers there. The answer was L5. 5 was the answer. Well done if you got that right. Few people frozen out. Here's question 2. Brad Pitt starred in which 1995 film directed by David Fincher? Few wrong answers there. It was F7. 7 was seven. If you want to be phonetic about it. On we go. Question 3. It's the first bonus question. Bad luck if you're frozen out of this one. No timer on this one. Flat rate of 5 if you give me a correct answer. Here it is. The names of how many US states contain the letter X? Having a think about this. It's N2. Can't think of what they are right now. I'll look them up in a minute. It'll be on the note somewhere. N2 was the answer. On we go. Number 4. What is the ASCII code for capital letter E? Oh, all the computer programmers in this round frozen out of this round of this question. Oh, and even more people getting frozen out. Just a couple of 3 people getting it right. Just 4. Amy, Carr, Egg, and Lingo. By the looks of it, the answer was P69. Well done if you got that. It wasn't a red herring. It was a genuine answer. Question number 5. According to Victoria Coram Mitchell, a crab has how many legs? I love that David J. Bonica has got this question wrong. That makes me happy. According to the very specific question here, it's M8. A crab does have 10 legs, but according to Victoria Coram Mitchell, they have 8. We'll talk about that in a minute. It's time for another bonus question, though. Flat rate of 5 if you can give me a right answer on this one. Oh, you don't work for the show anymore, David. Never mind. Question 6. Bob Saget hosted the American version of One versus how many? Of all the questions for Ash to be frozen out on. Bad luck, mate. It was indeed a 100. 1 versus 100. No one getting that one wrong, so everyone is back in for this question. Here it is, question 7. Canada has how many provinces? A lot of red on that question. It's 10. B10 was the answer we were after. A lot of people frozen out. Let's go on to question number... the next one, which is another bonus question. Bad luck if you're frozen out of this one. People have been frozen out of all 3 bonuses. Flat rate of 5 for this. What is the sum of all numbers on 2 6-sided dice? Five points if you give me a right answer here. And the answer was indeed K42. Well done if you got that. Just a neck of grandma freezing themselves out of this question. Question number 9. In England, the motorway that connects London to Leeds is the M what? Quite a lot of wrong answers there. The answer was I, the M1. It's been most unfortunate for you, actually. It really has, hasn't it, mate? Question 10. Which EU article was invoked by the UK in March 2017? And the answer was H50, Article 50, triggering exiting from the European Union is the article in question. On we go, question number 11. In English Scrabble, how many points is the letter H worth? And well done if you got that one right. 0-4. It's worth 4 points. Last question. You might as well have a stab at this one. You can't get frozen out of the next round at the beginning. Question number 12. 2020 marked which anniversary of the United Nations? It was E75, 75 years of the UN's in 2020. Red herrings were C25, D9, G6 and J3. And that is the end of round 2. How are you all feeling about it now? So, just some things to talk about. The Victoria Coren Mitchell question. I question cycle space on this. I said, why specifically Victoria Coren Mitchell? And he very kindly sent me a clip of an episode where they showed that crabs officially have 10 legs. And I think this has come up on QI, which is where I've heard about it before. But Victoria Coren Mitchell actually condoned an answer that the official answer said was incorrect, because she thinks that crabs have 8 legs and the 2 things at the front are its hands or its arms. Apparently crabs don't have hands. Did you know this?
I've seen this before.
You have seen it before. So
it's
according,
a controversial one because apparently octopus.
Come towards the camera. Mrs. Flush is here.
Oh, hi, hello guys.
Mrs. Flush.
Hello. I'm having a bit of a chill night tonight. Yeah, it's a bit of a controversial one because apparently octopodae, the delightful. Hi guys. They allegedly they've got 2 legs and they've got 6 tentacles that act as sort of like their hands.
Arms. Imagine what you do with 6 hands.
Get an awful lot of ironing done.
Get a lot of hiding done.
But yeah, so it's a bit of an interesting one. But of course, everyone just goes, "Oh, but they're octopus. They've got 8 legs," and you sort of go, "Well, to be fair, at this point it gets a bit philosophical. I mean, what is a hand? What is a leg?" And this is why I'm not allowed on the streams.
Can you play Rachmaninoff? Can an octopus play Rachmaninoff?
I'm sure they'd give it a try.
I'd say they could, probably.
They probably could. They're very intelligent.
Could a crab play Rachmaninoff? More to the point. And I think that's the argument to be made.
Well, yeah,
if a crab can't play Rachmaninoff with its pincers, maybe they're not hands.
Yeah, but then...
But then could a human play Rachmaninoff with their legs?
But then at the same time, would you be able to dismember a fish just with your... Actually, that's a stupid question.
This is a very interesting philosophical
conversation. He did have really big hands, Proogs. He did.
He did. Rachmaninoff, your big hands.
You see, Matt the Sprout, I reckon that an octopus could play the piano. They're very
love to hear
animals.
Matt the Sprout, I didn't know until this moment that I wanted to hear an octopus play Sati, but now I really do. We should cancel the rest of the stream. I will just do a full performance of Vexations for you, all 840 repeats. Anyway, Mrs. Frost, lovely to have you here.
Thank
We've
you.
got to go on with the round.
Okay,
with the game.
I've chosen another book to read. So
have you finished the one I got you?
No, but they're short stories.
Okay. You sort of dip in and out of them.
Yeah, I've got an alarming pile of books on my bedside table, which are books that I'm currently reading.
Jim Noctopus number 3. Proves touche. Matt the Sprat, I will talk to you about Vexations another time. I've actually taken part in a performance of it. But for now, Mrs. Flush, lovely to have you here. Thank you very much for coming to say hello.
Yes.
We are going to go on to the next round because I need to see if I can remember everyone's avatar. At the end of round 2, Innes is in the lead with 43. Lingo Maniac's got 41. Apodo Nuevo's got 37. 8 Minky's got 36. Coolio on 33. Egg Fried Cheese and Dogfish Tine on 32. 29.
Keshi Head 1984 is an amazing book.
I'm going to take that opportunity to press ID or place. Edam Cheese, why can I never remember the name? Edam Cheese on 29. Elias the Panda and DC Simmons both on 28. Along with Theory of Game. Is that We Like Shapes and Samster and Lupine on 27. Abney on 26. Cola's got 25. Car's got 24. Mogra on 23 along with Stormvision. Now cut that out 22. Connor 21 along with Nekka Grandma. And The End Is Coming. I'm not going to press the button again. DJ on 21. Cetra and Clive both on 20. Arden, Fetz and Proogs and Topper 1 on 18. David's on 17. Keshi's got 13. It's Otley on 10. Along with Kegler Coach on 10. And who was the DJ pitcher? Silent Marine on 10. Ash the Bash has got 9. Drew Dave Tom has also got 9. Vitrudel on 7 with Drahuska. Puzzle Dan's got 4. Gruff Card has got 3, and Amy has got 2. Got through most of them, getting there. So, that's the end of round 2. Hope you all had fun with the numbers. We've had the letters, we've had the numbers. Let's go on to round number 3.
Thinking about Keshi's thing with the book, I remember when...
Talk to the microphone.
Oh,
Keshi.
sorry, guys. No, I'm just thinking about book stories and when people go travelling and stuff. I remember one of the orchestras that I was in when we were touring. And you're talking about a coach full of, if they weren't 18 yet, they were going to be pretty soon. So we were pretty lively. And the tour coach was leaving. I think it was something like the same weekend that the last Harry Potter book got published and released. And there was literally a coach full of teenagers reading the Harry Potter books. And I now look at it as an adult and I kind of go, the people leading, the people on tour who were chaperoning us and watching us must have been going, thank Christ that book got published.
Can I
So
interject this this Ash, stop it. No, I haven't put the discard IJ3 tags in. Oh, you guys, you've stumbled onto it. You know what's really funny is that I mentioned this to Cyclespace earlier on, that I hadn't disabled the tags for TextMesh Pro in this, and people have obviously got the hang of it, and apparently that question made something weird with the chat for TextMesh Pro. So if you know TextMesh Pro stuff, you could, Matt the Sprat, stop it. No, because you'll break things. Oh my. Thank you for that, Nightbot. So, if we can, you know what I'm going to do? You guys, you're all ever so naughty, you are. You're ever so naughty. Where is it in? Studio. Let me go and find it. Right. You guys, you're ever so naughty. Okay. There is... Ash, which button do I press? It's not override tags. It's... Oh, my God. This is why you can't have nice things. What have you done? There's a button that... I don't know if I have to do it in code. I'm looking. Size. It's override tags. There we go. Right, let's just update this text smash. Right, hang on. Just because I'm being fun. Let's go. Let's try that. Let's disable override tags. Send that message, and then. Oh dear. Right. I'm going to say, I can't fix this. Let me override tags again. There we go. I think I've fixed it. No, I have not fixed it. Oh well. I'll let you do what you like with the chat until such a time as I can fix the chat. Anyway, that's a thing I need to do. Let's make it red. Let's make it red. All right, and then that's enough to it. Was that me, or did someone else do that? Right. Okay. Everything is now broken in the chat. So, well, if something was going to go wrong tonight, I'm glad it's something like this. Round 3. We've had letters. We've had numbers. We've now got conundrums. Focusing in on the game. On the game here. Round 3 is conundrums. The chat is not the fun tonight. You guys are awful, but also very amusing. You interrupt Mrs. Flush's amusing anecdote about books. But anyway, round 3 is conundrums. This is the accumulator round. So if you get one right, you get 1 point. You get the next one right, you get 2. The next one right, you get 3. If you abstain, there's no change. If you get it wrong, you break your accumulator, and the next question will be worth 1. There are only 9 questions in this round. 9 questions in this round, and 3 red herrings. No bonuses to think about. Okay, let's stop messing with the chat now, please, Egg. Please stop messing with the chat. And everyone else, please stop messing with the chat. Let's just go size equals 100%. And just because I'm feeling kind, let's go colour equals red, because that's fun. No more messing with the chat. And now you'll all be red for the rest of... Or not. Okay, whatever. You do you. Everyone else will play the game, and you can have fun with the chat, and I'll fix that for next time. I do know how to do that, I just can't remember just now. So, Conundrums, as it says, there's a little explanation on this one. Make a 9-letter anagram of 2 consecutive words. My notes here, just to bring those up just for a second, say the meaning of the question has nothing to do necessarily with the answer, but you will appreciate the answers all the same, I'm sure. Here are the options. Fortunate, closable, goofiness, uncharted, carpenter, animology, crocodile, mausoleum, selfishly, embassies, turnpikes, newsreels. And you will, I hope, appreciate Cyclespace's dedication here with the words that are capitalised, which I think is a very, very nice addition. And I didn't spot this until finishing proofing it. And then I spotted it and I was like, that's dedication. So Cyclespace, top marks for you. Round 3 is conundrums. Make a 9-letter anagram of 2 consecutive words. There are 9 questions here, 3 red herrings. Good luck, have fun. Here's question 1. Green is the worst dice colour for Monopoly. Well done. Crocodile was the answer. Dice colour is the anagram there. And we go to question 2. Remember, this is an accumulator round. Number 2. This bad camera came with a sewer lens. Well done if you got that. It was L. Newsreels. Sewer lens is an anagram of newsreels. On we go. Question number 3. Eric sells lemonade with a money goal of $9. Top 1 Gaming, you're making anagrams of 2 consecutive words. Anemiology was the answer. I think it's money goal is an anagram of anemiology there. Anemology. Number 4. France may be the rap centre of Western Europe. Well done. E. Carpenter is an anagram of rap centre. Well done if you spotted that. On we go to question number 5. Johnny did not get the usual memo about the dress code today. It was H. Mausoleum. Memo about... No, that can't be right. I don't know what that one was. On we go, number 6. The foul smell in the streets is pure stink. Remember, this is an accumulator round. Abstaining does not break your accumulator. Getting it wrong does. K. Turnpikes is an anagram of pure stinks. On we go. Number 7. Take the stings out of your local bees. Closable. Closable. B was the answer. Anagram of local bees. On we go. Listen to the soft sound of fog noises. And remember, there's a bonus of 5 if you get all 9 questions correct in this round. Well done. Goofiness is an anagram of fog noises. Well done if you spotted that. Last question of the round. Question number 9. Our journey to Belgium is a near Dutch experience. Yes, Uncharted is an anagram of near Dutch. The red herrings were a fortunate, selfishly, and embassies, and that is the end of round 3. Quite a few bonuses going out there. Innes, Mogra, and Coolio, I want to say. I'll find out when I press the button. You've made me go to the text mesh. Edam cheese, not Coolio, my bad. Very tricky round and very well thought out from Cyclespace there. End of round 3. I hope you had fun with that. Yeah, there was a bit of drama at the beginning when everyone discovered that the text mesh chat could do a thing. Yeah, hopefully you got the gist of the round. Innes in the lead with 93. Quite a strong advantage going into the final round. I'm not going to go through all the scores at this point. Yeah, it was a fun gimmick for that round, but yeah, you have to pay attention and look very, very carefully. Not the best round to go into after we've just had some banter with the chat mesh, but thank you everybody for bringing that to my attention, because that's a very fun thing. Right, that's the end of round 3. Let's go on to the final. So you had fish in round 3, and you've had letters, numbers, conundrum, and finally countdown is round number 4, the final round. And as before in the last game, a single string of 6 letters, for example, A, B, C, D, E, F. It has to be a single string of 6 letters. Don't submit them separately. Don't put any commas or periods or full stops or spaces in them, otherwise it won't be processed. You need to submit to the bot the 6 answers that fit with the category that will be shown in the bot. In the box at the start. If you get it wrong, you'll be pinged by the bot and you'll be shown on the screen how many you got right. It won't tell you which you got right, just how many. You've got 90 seconds to find all 6. If you get it wrong, you'll be frozen out for 5 seconds. If you get it right, you get 60 points. Next point gets 55. Next person gets 50. Next person gets 45, and so on until either we're out of time or there are no points left to give out. Only one player, that was effrontery, managed to get all 6 in the last game from Ash's question pack. Let's see if you can do any better with cycle spaces. The final round is countdown. Good luck, have fun. Here are your options. Buzz Aldrin, Michael Collins, Eugene Cernan, Pete Conrad, Alan Shepard, Andy Kaufman, Jessica Meyer, Jack Swigert, Chris Hatfield, Jim Lovell, Richard Gordon, Roger Moore, James Irwin, Michael Jackson, Walter Cunningham, and Edgar Mitchell. They walked on the moon. Now cut that out, and Samster have both found 5. No one getting to all 6 just yet. So a few 4s cropping up here and there. No more 5s just yet. Oh, and we have one. Topper One Gaming has found all 6 and got themselves 60 points. That's going to make very interesting score reading later on, especially if no one else gets it. We're just under a minute now. Samster has found all 6, getting themselves 55 points. 50 points is the next reward. 8 Minky's got 5. Clive has got 5. Anyone else getting all 6? And Itzotli has found all 6. Well done, Itzotli. You've got yourself 50 points. Coming up to 30 seconds left. Abney's got 5. Someone else has got all of them. Where are we? 8 Minky has found all 6, getting 45 points. Well played, 8 Minky. Clive's still on 5 there. Like the last game, we're at the last 20 seconds. 5 points there in the middle. Setra's got 5. Egg's got 5. The End is Coming has got 5. Abney's got 5. Now Cut That Out has got 5. The Sting is coming to an end. Last 15 seconds. Can anyone else get any more points? 40 points if you can find all 6 in the last 5 seconds. Someone else has managed to do it. Where are they? Now Cut That Out has managed to find all 6, as has Clive of Legend, getting 40 and 35 points respectively. That is the end of the round. And that is the end of the game. The correct answers were Buzz Aldrin, Eugene Cernan, Pete Conrad, Alan Shepard, James Irwin, and Edgar Mitchell. Samsey, you found all 6. Were you looking to find all 6 before you say one day you'll find all 6? Very well played, getting all 6. Those were the answers there. A lot of close scores at the end there. A lot of big points coming out at the end. And Topper One managing to be the first to get them, getting 60 points, taking them up to 78 onto the top row, but not quite enough to be the winner. Now Cut That Out has got 7. No, let me do the press the button thing. Topper One Gaming has got 78. Edam Cheese was 79. Now Cut That Out's got 90. Clive's got 91. Innis with 93. Second place with 97 is 8 Minky. But the winner of the second game, and another new champion, another brand new champion, we've not had a repeat winner yet, of Red Herrings, which I think is a sign of a good game. The winner of the second game tonight with 110 is Samster Samster. Well, what an evening of entertainment it has been. Very, very well done to Samster there. And a huge, huge thank you to Cyclespace for that question pack. I hope you had fun with that. The letters, the numbers, the conundrum, and the countdown. Very well thought out, very nicely turned out question pack. And very well played to Samster with 110. That is going to be it from me for tonight, because it is 11:15. We are going on quite late. We could have done it with just one game, but it's fun to have 2, and lovely to have you all joining me till the end. I won't forget the chat mesh. I must do that. That'll go into Issue Arising. We're going to go and raid Liquid Courage in just a minute. Just a reminder that Tipster is here with the Pinnacle Larder tomorrow. Quizzy Dan's Christmas party. His Quizzy Bingo Christmas party is here on Thursday. Ash and I are going to be here throughout December, starting on Tuesday with me and then Wednesday with Ash for the 12 days of Quizmas. I do hope you'll come and join us for that. If you would like to write questions, or if you would like to just come and hang out with us, do come and join the Discord. We're all very friendly. Come and join us here. There are apps that you can download to write questions for the games, or you can just come and hang out and chat with us. That would be wonderful as well. Lovely to have you all here. I think that's it. We're gonna. What should be a raid message to Liquid Courage? We'll go raid. We'll play the credits and then we'll go raid him. What should be a raid message? Yes, I like that, Ash. Colour equals red. Hashtag open pointy brackets. Colour equals red. Close pointy brackets is going to be the raid message. Hopefully it won't screw up anything on Liquid Courage's stream. We'll go and raid Liquid Courage right now. That would be amazing. I'll put the link up in just a second. I've been Royal Flush. Thank you all so much for all the hype train love, the sub bomb love, the bit love, the following love. It is just amazing, and thank you all very, very much for your continued support. It is always a pleasure to be here. I'm glad the internet didn't conk out, although I did have capacity to deal with it if it did tonight, which is always a good thing to have. I will be back on Tuesday with the first day of Quizmas. I do hope you'll join us for that. Thank you again to Car the 7th, to Cycle Space, to Ash the Bash for the 3 questions packs tonight. It's given me a weekend off writing questions, and it's been a huge joy to play them, and I hope you've enjoyed them as well. Until next time, stay safe, be wonderful to each other. Congratulations again to Samster. You've been playing Red Herrings and the Escape Artist up in Royal Flush. Let's go raid Liquid Courage. Peace out, take care, and good night.